Everybody, it is 7:08, and you're probably feeling great because it's Wednesday. You're halfway through the work week. Isn't that tremendous? Oh, I know I am happy about that.
Same.
Good morning, everybody. Christian, Lauren, Jake, with you now on your radio, streaming online at our website, Q92radio.com, and now live on video at Q92 on radio on Facebook, and Q92's YouTube page. You can go there and watch it. And our video stream is brought to you this hour by our friends at SARTA. Don't get sorta smart, get SARTA smart. Everything you need to know at sartaonline.com/smart. Teleprompter read. Oh. Anyway, as a matter of fact, I'll be with our friends at SARTA this morning around 11 a.m. I'll be going to Facebook Live with them from their Massillon Transit Center.
Very nice. Is that the Cornerstone stop?
No, this is
That's
on Henrik.
Camp.
That's
okay.
in Camp. This
okay.
one, we're going out to the brand new one again. They just opened.
Oh, yeah. You were just there, last month?
On Tommy Henrik Avenue or Drive. I think it's a drive. I don't have it. I'll be there. Talk with my boy Clayton. He's telling you about some new cool things they're doing at SARTA that they're kicking off. So that'll be around 11 a.m., somewhere around there. We'll be going live on Facebook. Great reason always to be following us on our Facebook page, Q92 Radio, and subscribe to our YouTube page, Q92 on YouTube. For any time we do things like this, like the live morning show from 7 to 10 daily, Downtown with the Diva, every Thursday at 11 a.m. we go live video-wise. Plus, on our Facebook, we always have our Facebook Lives anytime we're at any kind of events or anything like that. So you want to make sure you're following us on Facebook and Instagram as well, and Threads, Q92 Radio, and at Q92 on X and Q92 on YouTube. We're everywhere. Damn it, we're everywhere. We want to reach you guys as many ways as possible. Hope you're having a great morning. Really do. Has this weather week not been tremendous?
Oh, it's been fantastic.
It has been gorgeous. Gorgeous. Was out with the boy all day yesterday, outside the yard, taking him for a walk, and I was like, man, 80, sunny, and not muggy, you don't get it. Wow.
And in the shade, the sun is hot, but
Beautiful.
if you dip into the shade or whatever, it's so comfortable.
Beautiful time to be outside. My yard looks great. All my bird feeders are up.
Do you know what you sound like right now?
Yeah, an elderly man. Oh, man.
What are they serving for lunch today at the home?
I'm telling you, telling you. Playing checkers at noon with Otis. It's going to be a great day. Good morning, early risers. Biomed girl here. Good luck to all the parents moving in their college kids this week. Can we all meet for a drink? LOL. Yeah, it is time. College kids, you're up first. High school, you're on deck.
Oh,
college, you're up.
My daughter has welcome week. She's at school all weekend. All weekend this weekend.
College kids, for those of you going back, welcome to the party. For those of you starting your college journey, you're going to be fine. In a couple weeks, it's going to go from, oh my God, I'm nervous, to this is awesome.
Yeah.
It really is.
I kept watching all those reels, though, where parents were leaving their kids at college. And the kids were like, what am I going to do? And then they start crying.
Yeah.
I was like, she's not even living on campus, but I'm still feeling some way about it.
A hilarious one where the dad dropped his daughter off. And obviously it was shtick, but he was really dropping her off with the wife, and he was crying, getting in his cars like that, and then they drove off. His crying turned to laughing.
Yeah.
It was really well done. I mean, it was a shtick, but it was really well done. Parachute Packer checking in. Another beautiful day. You know what?
Look alive, man.
I'm not a skydiver, but you're right. This would be a great day to do it if I were so inclined.
Yeah, absolutely.
I am not. Oh,
no.
Kesha King is checking in. You guys sound like supermodels. That's the joy of radio.
Yeah.
You ever hear that old joke? You got a face for radio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard it. I say it sometimes, too, just even about myself. I'll just be like, well, I have a face for
There's always those cliche
broadcast
jokes.
TV, but
There's always those cliche jokes that certain people, depending on your profession, have heard your entire life.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're working hard or hardly working? All right, sir.
Yeah.
That's it. That's real quick, because as usual, we're not on time.
That's fine.
But the one that annoyed me the most that I always heard a profession, I'm not going to say this was my career, was when I worked at the wonderful Creekside Golf Dome in Girard, Ohio. And sometimes I'd have to work the putt-putt shed.
Oh.
And we had color balls. And if I had a nickel for every time I was in there, and a dude with his boys, or the 50-year-old adult will come up to me and go, I'll have the blue ball.
Dear Lord.
Like, oh yeah, no, that's the first time I heard that this hour. Thank
Of
you.
course, I'm sure it was.
You know, you're the first one. You're the very first one. I don't know if you ever had a job where you kept hearing like the same awful joke every once in a while. Probably not because of what you did. You had a unique job.
Yeah, I did.
CIA, but I mean, Jake, McDonald's, was there ever a joke you hear at McDonald's that you were like...
It wasn't really a joke, but I always heard if you have time to lean, you have time to clean.
They had a sign when I worked at McDonald's in high school that said that.
Yeah.
If you have time to lean, you have time to
Your
clean.
bosses would say that to you?
All the time. Yeah.
Which I mean is not true. You know what I mean?
I mean, I get it, but just
Like,
tell us to clean.
Yeah.
I'd rather you just yell at me,
Or
call
maybe
me a
you
name,
just
and tell me to
do
go
it.
mop the floor.
Knowing you're on the clock.
Mop the floor, a-hole. Thank you. Thank you.
Right.
I'd rather you tell me that.
Oh, Amy said good morning. It was nice seeing you yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I did see Amy
You guys
yesterday.
meet Amy?
Yeah.
Yay. Well, you met her, I think, at the bartending event.
I did.
Too. Yeah.
There you go.
It's nice.
Did you give her
Glad you got to say
did
hi.
you get a sub hug?
I did not.
Well, she must not be
Come
a sub
on,
hug.
Amy.
Must not be a sub to our YouTube page. What do we have for you today? It's time we told you. Probably past time. Scotty McCreery. We all remember Scotty McCreery. Coming to the Stark County Fair. Yes, Stark County Fair is almost here. Thursday, August 29th. Giving away tickets for that this hour. 8 o'clock hour, busy hour. It's a Your Call Wednesday. Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame joining us at 8:30. And we're getting a finalist for those pit tickets to see Jelly Roll at Bash on the Bay, Put-in Bay Airport, Wednesday, August 21st. Folks, last day to become a finalist for Jelly Roll. This is it. We are calling the winner tomorrow morning. If you are a finalist, be sure you can answer your phone tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock. If you're not, last chance with us, last chance with Nicolina, last chance with Keller, and last chance with Ryan tonight. So I would keep listening for that cue to call all day long. Plus 9 o'clock hour, we're going to get one on the live video feed of Facebook and on YouTube. You got to go over. You got to like the live video feed that's on there right now. And
we're going to comment, give me some jelly.
give me some jelly. Now we're doing full sentences.
I like it. Give us some jelly.
Go over to the live feed and tell us the memory about your life in 100 words or less. No, give me some jelly.
Give us some jelly.
Put it in the comment section. We'll randomly select one of you at the end of the show. A lot to get to, so let's get to it. Post Malone, Morgan Wallen. I had some help on Q. All right. I got to tell this story about yesterday, or it was Saturday, actually, when this happened to me at the Columbus Zoo, Jake. And I don't know, maybe, have you ever, and I don't just mean this to Jake, I mean this to everyone, have you ever had an awkward moment with a stranger, whether that be through eye contact or something where you just, but it was an awkward moment with a stranger? I'm going to tell you. It was me. It was Jamie. It was my son. It was my not daughter. Just having a great time off air. Jake and I were talking about how cool the Columbus Zoo is. We were at the Columbus Zoo on Saturday, and we were going into the food court for me to get my plastic commemorative cup, which I have. It is tremendous. Can't wait. I might use it today. So I'm the last one, Jake, in the line of us walking in the building, right?
Okay.
So Jamie's got Jimmy. Not daughters behind them. I'm the last one in. And we're just, this is a short story. This isn't a long story. And we're walking in.
Okay.
And I just happened to look over to my left as I'm walking. There's people everywhere, right?
Right.
There's all kinds of, it's a melting pot. All kinds of ages, races, colors, religion. It's a cornucopia of people.
Okay.
I always say, if you really want to expose yourself to the world, go to a zoo.
Yeah.
Go to somewhere, or go to a vacation spot. You'll see every type of person, human being there is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just stalling. So I'm walking in the building. I look over to my left. I make eye contact with a woman holding her baby. Right?
Okay. Right.
Totally normal, right?
Totally normal.
Nothing weird.
Right.
Totally normal. She like smiles at me, like just an acknowledgement smile. Nothing, no flirty, just a hello.
Yeah.
Like, you know that smile you give people like, hello.
Yeah.
I gave the hello back, right? With them. Didn't say a word, just And then as we're locked in eyes, right?
Right.
She's holding her baby. She takes out her boobie. She just rips out her boobie. And I'm still locked eyes with this lady. Like, I'm locked eyes with her.
Oh, no.
And she just smiled. I smiled. It was honest to God, like a million. It's just, hello. You know, you don't talk to somebody, just hello.
Yeah.
Nod your head.
Right.
Smile. We smiled. And boom, boobie comes out to feed the baby. Looking dead at her nipple.
Yeah, that's
Threw me off my game. I felt like I cheated. I felt like I was a pervert. All these things at once. And I almost wanted to apologize. Like, ma'am, I had zero idea you were going to do that. Like, I just thought we were two humans passing by in life.
She could have waited 2 seconds.
I'm just like, and listen, I don't care who. I know people fight about can you breastfeed in public and all that. We could go down that rabbit hole. I don't think it's fun, but I just wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, because you were looking at her.
I was looking at her holding her kid. She had like a long sundress on. I just assumed it was two strangers, kind of like when two guys give each other the head nod when they walk by.
Right.
They don't say anything.
Yeah.
But they,
yeah. Like, what's up?
She was like,
yeah.
I was like, Then she went, boobie. And just, boom. I went staring dead at a nipple at the Columbus Zoo.
Yeah.
Threw me off. You know what's funny? I didn't tell Jamie.
Oh.
So if she's listening, that happened. Because I was just like, what? I spent a good 2 minutes in my head trying to figure out what just happened.
Yeah.
Trying to process.
It would have taken me a minute.
How did that happen? Why were we locked eyes? Like, even if you locked eyes with someone and you were going to do that, wouldn't you break the eye contact?
Yeah. Or wait until you like walk away, go inside.
Again, in no way was she being seductive, or she was simply being a happy mom breastfeeding her kid.
Right. Yeah.
There was nothing.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but I think she should have just waited a little bit you to
I'm just
pass.
Like, she wasn't trying to flirt.
Right.
She wasn't trying to be perverted. She just was going to feed her kid. I just wasn't expecting it to be when we were in mid-lock eyes to, like, smile at each other. And, you know, I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but I'll tell you what, that threw me off. I've still been thinking about it a couple times. Staring dead at a nipple at the Columbus Zoo. Out of nowhere. No warning. No warning. People sending in funny yet inappropriate gifts to the text line. I just thought I'd share that. That happened to me.
Yeah, that's a
at
good
the
one.
zoo. Bet you can't top that.
Nope,
huh?
I cannot.
You ever have any weird interaction with a stranger before where you were like, well, that was weird?
Probably, but I don't remember any. Like I know as a kid, I came up to several strangers thinking they were my parents, and they weren't. I think everyone
How does
that
that happen?
Like from behind, you think they are. You like you run up to them. Oh, one time, actually, no, I do have a story. I was in Dick's, and my mom was in the dressing room, and she said, "Go pick out a shirt." So I did. Okay. And then I go back to the dressing room she was in, and I slide it under the door. I said, "Mom, how about this one?" My mom has left the dressing room without telling me. And so all I hear from inside the dressing room is this woman go, I'm not your mother, but I like it.
You slid under the dressing room to the wrong person.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Q92. Should be a rather nice Tuesday out there. 80 degrees for the high, a lot of sunshine, some scattered clouds, and maybe an isolated afternoon thunder shower. Overnight, clear and starry, our low 57. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
7:26. We are 5 minutes away from a look at sports. Text messages real quick. School secretary checked in. I'm already tired of the new school year. LOL. Well, you're just getting started. Good morning from Payroll Girl. Good morning,
Good
Payroll
morning.
Girl. Carroll Hills bus driver checking in. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Working retail, Christian, I'm so tired of hearing it must be free. I bet you do.
Oh, like if there's not a price? Yeah.
No price must be free. Checkers with Otis at noon. LOL. Text message. Good morning. Homeworth girl checking in. Hump day, Christian. I too am a bird whisperer. Lauren, stop hating. LOL.
I'm not hating. It was just the chain.
We now have 5.
5 what?
Bird feeders.
Okay, well, it was just the chain, the sequence of things that you mentioned in a row. You talked about weather.
Yeah.
You talked about birds.
Birds.
Like,
love birds.
It was just like the spiral you were going to.
I love because we have a bigger yard now, and I gotta like pole with a hanging bird feed. I got this one hanging from a tree. It's like a flat one they can sit in. I got a bird house, and I got one on my window.
There's a lot.
None of them are coming to my window yet.
They will. Did you get that one that hooks on the? Okay.
Oh
okay.
Yeah, it's there. I'm very excited. For a couple days, they were kind of ignoring it, but now it seems the last 2 days, the birds seem to have been like, "Hey, these guys have food."
Yeah.
So loving it. Absolutely loving it. Fantastic. Real happy about it. Good morning, everybody. 7:28 already. Sports coming up after 50 Cent Lil' Kim. Magic Stick on Q92.
Yeah.
Someone said, just go for it. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. Listen, that's what I would do. I hate that, but you're single. What the hell?
Right.
You don't owe me anything yet.
No.
If I like you and I tell you I like you, like, well, I'm still going to date.
Well,
That's different.
I think, how I see it, and then this is so going to sound so naive. I don't have much experience with this. I'm admittedly so. But like, how do you, I get dating apps and all that kind of stuff, but back in my day, see, now I sound really old.
We are.
A lot of times you were set up by like friends.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like your friends would be like, come out with me tonight. This guy's coming. He's friends with, and maybe it was like her boyfriend or friends with him. And I think you two would be perfect. You know what I mean? So you kind of got like set up on a night out where it wasn't like you were on a date. You were just meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, does that still happen?
I have no idea if anything happens in reality. And I'm not even being funny. Like, I don't know that anyone doesn't meet digitally first.
That's
anymore.
that's my
like,
question. Like, how does this work now that we're in just like a totally different time?
We were like the last we were one of we probably were, if you think about it, because the phones and stuff all started while we were still young.
Yeah.
We were probably the last generation that like you did go to the bar, meet someone through a friend. You know what I mean? Like,
yes. Like to me, I'd rather meet somebody that way, in my opinion. Like, well, I kind of did, but I'm just saying, like, it's safer because at least you have some background information on the person. And then if they have been seeing somebody and they're not fessing up to it, like, you find out because said friends kind of rat them out. Like, hey, you seen this girl, but
and when you realize
she's not as pretty as you. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you're talking to someone, you're seeing all these pictures. Are they filters?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You have no idea.
Filters? Are there pictures all of a group of friends and you're not sure which one's the one you're talking to?
Right.
Are they all only selfies of the face and that's it?
With a heavy filter on it? I mean,
like,
what are we dealing with here?
It's tough.
You're looking for a dinner and you can't find her because she looks completely different.
Who are you? You look like the girl I'm supposed to meet. It does still happen, but I hate it because then I feel obligated to meet or continue to talk to someone because other people got involved. I hate it when
I see that.
It was nails on a chalkboard if anyone ever said to me, like, I have someone you should date.
You would be like, ugh.
I would be like, I could not be less. I would honestly be annoyed.
Yeah.
It would annoy me.
Well,
I'd be like, get out of here with that.
My sister would tell me, like, when we would do stuff like that, she'd be like, you were making me feel like I have to be dating. And I don't feel like I have to be dating. Like, don't make me feel bad for being single. And I guess I never really thought about it that way. I thought I want her to be happy. I want her to be in a relationship. And in my mind, that's what it was going to take to make her happy.
I see that.
But it's not true.
Yeah, it's like people are coming to you like, oh, you're single. There's something wrong with you. It's like,
yeah.
I was single for years. I was happy. I was not lonely.
Right. No,
well, 2 days a year.
My sister loves it. She's fine.
I'm telling you. Believe me, I love my life now, but I was not unhappy when I met Jamie. Like, I had my house, I had a job, I had a dog.
Mhm.
I could come and go as I please. If I wanted to be social, I could. If I wanted to be a hermit, I did.
Yeah.
I had a PlayStation. Like, I was not unhappy. I really wasn't.
Yeah.
I really wasn't. I just, and some people would, I think, sometimes look at you like, oh, he's single, there's something wrong. I'm like, no, I'm actually good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm awesome now, but I mean, like, I was not everyone that's single is miserable.
No, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. We as friends need to kind of assess that situation, I guess.
Yeah.
Because for years I was like, is there anybody we can set my sister up with? Is there anybody we can?
Yeah.
And she would be like, gosh, no, like, I'm fine. I'm good. Stop.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I get it.
Right.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, someone texted.
This is a Q92 Sports Break with Christian Bigglesworth on Q92.
Cleveland Guardians beat the Chicago Cubs last night 2-1 to improve their record to 71-49 on the season. The Guardians have won 4 straight, and they lead the Twins in the AL Central by 3.5 games. They'll play the Cubs again tonight. 6:40 is first pitch. Alex Cobb will be on the mound for the Guardians. NFL news, Cleveland Browns rookie defensive tackle Mike Hall Jr. was charged with domestic violence in Avon, Ohio, after allegedly threatening a woman with a gun on Monday night, according to a police report. He was arrested and booked yesterday and pleaded not guilty. His bond was set at $10,000. He has a hearing scheduled for September 10th. And finally, the Akron Rubber Ducks lost to Erie last night by a score of 6-1. The Akron Rubber Ducks record is now 63-46 on the season. They play Erie again tonight. 6:05 is first pitch. That's a look at sports right here on today's hit music, Q92. I was telling a story. I was trying to tell a story last segment, but we realized there's our station plays in the lobby when you come into our building. So you're
Indeed,
picking up
it
a
does.
prize or you're dropping off a package or whatever. It plays in our lobby, and then it came to our attention at the 11th hour of the story that that there was a young girl
Yes.
walking around our lobby, which was a little weird, but
We figured it out. She's
we
totally
found out.
fine.
Yeah, there's an interview going on at our sister station right now.
Yep. She's here with that
She must
guest.
be there with that guest. So what we did was we turned off the audio of the station in the lobby,
Yeah. Jake knew how to turn down that
Yeah.
speaker. So he went and
So-
shut it off.
so that only you in the radio land, or streaming at Q92radio.com, or if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and X, all of you.
And if you have young children in the car, now's your chance.
again, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm not going to say anything.
We did
like-
what we could over here.
But anyway, if you're just joining us, and I'm very sorry because I thought this story would be over by now, but circumstances,
Yes.
life.
Being responsible.
Yeah, being responsible. We're going to talk about things when you're getting older, you notice. Some things you don't notice. I was talking about how Jamie likes the little bit of the I don't know,
Scruff.
the scruff, but doesn't mind the gray. I do.
I don't know
We're
why you hate it so much.
we're
I like
having
Tony's salt and pepper.
We were having a conversation about it. .36 right here on today's hit music, Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. Tickets coming up for Scotty McCreery at the Stark County Fair Thursday, August 29th. Be listening to hear the cue to call. Be caller number 10. You're going to that. 8 o'clock hour, getting a Jelly Roll finalist. Your call Wednesday. And we talked to Rich Roche from the Pro Football Hall of Fame. We have another Jelly Roll finalist we'll get at the end of the show. by you going over to our live video feed on Facebook and YouTube. You can do it right now. And you can click the like button and you can put in the comment section, give me that jelly, right? Give me that jelly. Give me that jelly. Put it in the comment section and you'll be good to go.
Give me some jelly, but yeah.
Or give me some jelly. Good morning, Christian, Lauren, and Jake. Are they still doing only 4 days a week this school year?
What?
Who's doing 4 days a week? I don't know anyone that's doing that. If they are, God bless them. I know that we've talked on this show a couple times about adults in the 4-day work week.
That'd be great.
We read all the studies in Europe and all the countries that have done it and like it. Hummingbirds are fun to watch. I've had up to 15 at a time, someone says in the text line.
No, I love hummingbirds. Hummingbirds is like, even Tony, who's like not a bird watcher, we were out on the deck, I don't know, this was like a couple weeks ago. He was like, shh, look, there's a hummingbird. See, like, they fascinate everybody.
We have a feeder. We have a hummingbird feeder.
I just have a question, though. For those people that go crazy with the bird feeders, do you have bird crap all over your property?
I don't. I got 5.
I just wondered, because like up at the cemetery, the people that are like next to where we go visit, they have and it's like all over the stone and stuff. And I'm like,
bird poop?
Yeah.
They should power wash those.
Yeah. Well, the cemetery would never would, but
you know, you ever? Sometimes I get annoyed at cemeteries and how.
Yes.
I mean, like they don't. Listen, from my father. Now, when I say I buried I personally didn't, but we gave the cemetery a pretty good chunk of money to bury my father. Like about 15 grand all said and done.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you could probably weed whack around his grave. You could probably keep the grass. Not just me, everyone. You know what I mean?
I do.
Is that wrong of me to be like, I'm not saying when I get there it should shine and everything. But like, there's a reasonable expectation, as Donnie would say.
Oh yeah.
That I feel like everyone's grave should always be clean and not covered with grass.
No. Well, here's the question. So the cemetery your dad's in, do they allow uprights?
They're weird about it.
Or
sometimes
are they all
they
flat?
do, and oh no, they have some uprights.
Okay.
Depending on what section you're in.
I see.
We do not have enough.
Well, a lot of cemeteries have gone to that where they're flat, so they can just mow over it. Then it's not a trimming problem. Mm-hmm. But like our daughter's headstone is like on a big granite base, and then it's a tall slant back. So like she has a pretty big, headstone, and I get upset because she has so much stuff up there out of all the kids in that area, which is sad because we take stuff up sometimes. Like if I have extra flowers from the garden and stuff like that, we'll just put flowers on it. Because you can see some people have kind of stopped coming to their child's grave, or you look at the date and you're like, are they still alive? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you don't know if the parents are still around. But there was this little, those solar dancing things. You put them out in the sun and like, the sun makes them like sway and dance. They have like hula girls, cats. They have witches for Halloween. Okay, well we always change it out for the seasons. And her summer one was up there, which was like this little cat, and it was just really cute. The kids picked it out. It was up there for years, Christian, years. They hit it with a mower and busted pieces were everywhere because they were trying to get as close as they could so they didn't have to weed whack. I was furious. I'm like, and now you're just
there. They didn't even
they just left it there. We got up there and the kids' faces were like, what happened? Like, that's not the first time they've broken things of ours up there because they're just trying to mow as close as they can because they're not going to walk around and weed eat in between. Yeah. Every time we go up, Tony usually takes our weed eater, the one that's battery powered, just to clean out in between all the kids' graves.
Yeah, sometimes that annoys me. My grandma's buried there too. And I'm just like,
here's the other thing.
Again, I'm not asking for any type of special.
Do you want to know what my biggest bugaboo is?
Like you can't trim and make it nice around all the headstones for these people.
I know. Well, it's horrible. My biggest bugaboo though is not even with the cemetery as much as it is with the people that live around the cemetery. And this is where I'm going to be get off my lawn person right now. A cemetery is a place where people who literally need to be closest to the person they've said goodbye to. They're grieving. They're deep in their grief. Doesn't matter how long it's been. They're missing someone. They're there to reflect. They're there for some peace. They're there to visit with their loved one. Whatever it is that you do. It is not a dog park. And I love dogs. It is not a dog park. I'm going to say it again.
Do you mind people walking in there, like for a walk?
I don't mind that as much as when I've got a dog on the leash or not, because we have people that come to our cemetery that don't even leash their dog, and there's a big open field that they haven't started putting plots in yet. That's like available space, and they'll literally bring the chuck the tennis ball to their dog and have them play fetch in that field, which is just adjacent to where our daughter is. And it drives me, like, one of these days, I might just like lay on my horn and be like, get out! Like, I literally feel like, get off my lawn, guy. I think it is incredibly disrespectful. Incredibly disrespectful.
For the dog.
I think
do you think people shouldn't even be walking in there, like, for exercise?
I don't love it. I think that's better than bringing your dog. But overall, that is a precious place for a lot of people.
It is.
And I think it's disrespectful when we do that. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, I get so upset by it, though, because there have been times there, like, literally, like, tears are being shed. And Ralph is being asked to go get the ball and bring it back. And I can't tell you how mad it makes me. I'm like, I just think it's incredibly inconsiderate. It's not the place.
It's not a dog as far as I wouldn't go play fetch with a dog.
Now, if you have a dog that was like a part of someone's life and you're bringing them up there with you for a visit, like, got it, understood. But when you're not visiting a headstone and we've had people up there walking that literally are playing their music out loud. They'll have like a little speaker hooked to them, not even through headphones. And that I also think is pretty disrespectful, especially when you can look around and you see people are visiting a headstone.
I see your point. See, I'm not gonna lie. I've gone for a walk by myself in a cemetery,
and I think that's okay. Were you quiet?
Well, yeah, I wasn't shouting. There was no one to talk to.
Were you disruptive in any way?
No.
Then that's fine.
I had my earbuds in. I was just going for a walk, and I found it peaceful.
I don't want to hear you whistle to your dog to have them bring the ball back because you're playing fetch where my kid is buried. See my point? Like, I think it's rude.
I do.
I don't mind the people that are just quietly meandering. We've walked through the cemetery, too, to look at some of the old headstones, because in the front part of the cemetery, there are some that go back into the 1800s.
One of my favorite ones. There's a cemetery here on Union I used to walk to when I lived in Alliance on Union, and people born in the 1700s. It was I found it so fascinating. I'm not going to lie. I was literally like walking from like stone to stone. Wow.
Yes.
And when I walked there, I'm not going to lie. I never took my dog there. We never played fetch there. I never brought anyone over to toss the football. But I found it to be very peaceful to walk in a cemetery. I don't know. Maybe that's weird.
No, it is.
But I found it peaceful.
Yes. And I have no issue with that whatsoever. My biggest issue is bringing your dog to play in the cemetery.
That's a little different. That's
like, to me, that's so wrong on every level.
If I'm with my friends, we're playing tag football in the cemetery. That's probably rude.
Yes,
that's probably rude. Someone text real quick. I have a lawn business. I've had to bid on cemeteries. They're low budget and don't want to spend money on mowing and only want weed trimmed around the stones once a month. That's how they tell us to bid. If you're allowed, I'd recommend digging out a small area around your headstone and putting mulch in it.
We do. So she has a whole bed in front of her headstone that we plant seasonal flowers in. Like, it'll be like, I would say in the next 3 or 4 weeks, we'll pull that out and put it like a mum in for fall. And then it comes out, and then she has a permanent grave blanket that goes over for the holidays from like November through January.
Gotcha. 100% agree with you, Lauren. Someone says.
Like, I don't get it. Like, what goes through your head when you're like, I'll be back. I'm taking Ralph to the park. You mean the cemetery, Mom?
Come here, boy.
Yes, right. I just don't. And they don't put them on leashes. And I'm not afraid of dogs in any regard. I'm not really worried about getting bit or anything like that. But my point is, the dog wanders off if they're a people person and they come over to you. We've had dogs come over to us while we're visiting our daughter's grave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, when you're in the throes of grief, like, that's the last thing you want to do is deal with a dog owner who's trying to get their dog to come back to them.
Text, the cemetery my nephew is in, they throw our stuff away.
Yeah, it's horrible. I
A
know.
lot of cemeteries do
yeah,
that now.
That's
And
horrible.
they just like, and they kind of tell you now. They're like,
They're upfront about it.
we're
yeah.
gonna throw this out. We'll give you a week. We're gonna throw it all out.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and that happens at our cemetery, like with Christmas stuff, Easter stuff, Memorial Day for the flags. They tell you like we're gonna at this date we're throwing them all out.
For sure. I don't judge much when you go to visit somebody. I've seen people up there having a beer. I've seen people up there smoking.
Things mean that,
I've seen all, and if that's like what you did with that person, like if you're having a beer with your dad at his grave, I don't judge. Like I don't care about that.
Well, that's like, and if you follow me on social media, you know this because you've seen the picture a million times. I take my dad a cup of coffee.
I love it.
McDonald's coffee on his birthday.
Love it.
On a couple days a year, I drop. That's just a thing with me and him. He loved his McDonald's coffee. Every Christmas, I got him a gift card to McDonald's. The man only used it for McDonald's coffee.
How many coffees did that buy him?
He loved their coffee.
Yeah. Oh, there's McDonald's coffee is good.
Loved it. He just loved it. And I would get it to him. And he'd make that thing last. And he'd go up there and he would just get I can even hear him going.
Did he get the senior coffee? So it took that gift card even.
To.
Yeah.
At the end, he got old enough. He could get it. But I mean, that's just kind of a thing I would do. And I was never mad if someone took. But that's just a thing for me. Like
we take an Easter egg up for our daughter every year with her name on it because everybody in the family gets one.
It's cool if you could add something. You could add something to a grave like that. Like if you could say, what could you add to your dad's grave? Like, you know what I put? A coffee cup holder.
That'd be awesome.
I put a coffee
They
cup
have those,
holder.
you know that, where you can put them in the
Right,
ground.
I mean, like if you could, if you had anyone that you lost, you like, I wish I could put this. They had a thing for me to do this at their grave. That's what I would do.
Mhm.
Put a coffee cup holder. I could just put a hot cup of coffee. Just feels good. Doesn't do anything. Feels good for me.
I like the newer headstones that have little QR codes so that you can learn a little bit about the person there and what their life was like.
Can you imagine the future would headstone? It'll be like movies.
Yeah, I think it's beautiful because it's like we want you to know who this person was.
They're gonna have holograms of the people pop up.
Mhm.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah.
Remember me? Well, yeah.
That's kind of freaky. I
But
do.
when you think about it. Think where technology's going with AI and stuff.
Yeah.
You'll be able to go there and have a damn conversation with Pop.
I told you before. We've talked about that technology coming out. I don't know about that.
But it's going to be available.
Talk about having a hard time with closure. We have a hard enough time as it is when someone passes.
We do this now. We have this AI stuff where you can make pictures animated.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Mhm.
You can take a picture of your grandma from the 20s, your great grandma, and you can make her move around and smile at you.
Freaky. That's freaky.
It is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It is pretty crazy. You know what else is crazy? Concerts are crazy. They're awesome. And so's this one. Scotty McCreery. He's coming to the Stark County Fair on August 29th. And guess what? We got tickets to give away right now. Caller number 10, 330-450-9292. If you're caller number 10, you're going to see Scotty McCreery. Caller 10, good luck. I talked about this for a little bit ago. Lauren, not a fan of this. I understand. What do these scientists really know? What do these people in these rooms really know?
Yeah.
But according to metrics or whatever you want to do, again, Zeus, the dating site that I used back in the day, they found out things that will get you more responses when reaching out to women on this dating app. Listen to this. Messaging and complimenting a girl on her glasses, 39% more responses than normal. Complimenting her eyes, 11% more responses. And 13% if you compliment her tattoo. But glasses, your chances go up 39% that she writes back to you.
How in God's name would you come up with percentages like this? What did you
I don't know.
put out a national call? If you've got glasses and eyes,
You look at the, I guess.
and you online date,
I
we
ass-
want to talk to you.
I assume that they can look at everything that gets a response. I imagine they can see everything that goes on in the world of Zeus, and that they see complimenting with glasses gets more responses. Maybe there's some, I don't know.
Why are they reading people's messages?
Because it's the internet. Everyone does it.
No, they should not be reading those. And Zeus, if it's private messaging and you're getting a compliment,
I don't know.
the only time that Zeus should be reading through those is with the FBI if there's a problem.
Please,
Okay?
we're on Facebook. If you say steak, Longhorn shows up in your news feed 2 seconds later. You don't. I mean, if Facebook's allowed, I'm pretty sure Zeus is. And it even says, "Don't be afraid to be a little flirty." Listen to these words that will get you more responses. Man, I'm trying to help. 66% more responses by using the word adorable.
Here we go again.
42%, the word trouble. Oh, you're trouble. Girls like that. Ooh, stop
I know
it,
they always
Darren.
giggle if you say, because you've got this
Stop
line.
it, Darren. Enter.
Yeah, if people are like Canton, you're like, oh, you're trouble, and they do
Canton.
laugh. They
Yeah.
always laugh.
Well, if a girl says Canton, she'll key your car. 26% more responses if you use the word crush. I've got a little crush on you.
That's better than adorable.
You think?
Yeah.
66%. Yeah.
This it goes back to our conversation last week about the difference between the terms hot and cute. Okay, adorable is something that I would say like to describe pictures of my children when they were little,
I got you.
when they
I
had
got
their
you.
Easter best on.
Everyone loves their Easter best.
Q92.
Should be a rather nice Tuesday out there. 80 degrees for the high, a lot of sunshine, some scattered clouds, and maybe an isolated afternoon thunder shower. Overnight, clear and starry, our low 57. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
station, making you a
that's
winner.
Awesome. Yes, Q92.
Jake, do you remember a craziest day at one of your jobs?
Um,
Like it was just like, oh, what you went home almost like, what was that?
I can't top yours, but when I was working at McDonald's, I got an ice cream cone thrown at me.
Are you
But
serious?
was it someone like a customer
Yeah.
or like a coworker?
No, it was a customer.
What were they mad about?
They ordered an ice cream cone and like a large fry with no salt. So we had to make the fries fresh, like
my God,
as you do.
Was it my mom?
And then I gave her no. I can tell you it was not.
My mom always orders no salt for
She's
fresh
like, oh, I
fries.
know who this lady is.
It irritates me.
Yeah. So I gave her the ice cream cone and I was like, go to the next window and we'll give you your fresh fries. But she ordered them together because she wanted to eat them together. But by the time we gave her fries, her ice cream cone was melting and she was mad about that. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. Eat your ice cream cone.
Wait. You said that's not my fault. Eat your ice cream cone?
Yeah. I didn't know if I said it was my fault, but I did say, well, if you would have ate it, it would have been melted. I think I did say that.
Okay. I can't see you being like, too bad, lady. Eat it.
Well, I was, because she was already on my nerves because she was asking, are these fresh? Are these fresh? And then I was like, yes. And she goes, no salt. And I was like, yeah, no salt. And then she said that there was salt on them, even though there wasn't.
But here's the thing about McDonald's. You guys salt it in like that big area. So even if you don't salt the fresh batch, tell me there's not salt still on the bottom. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You're going to get some.
Exactly.
So did she hit you with it?
Yeah. So she gave me attitude and then I
In
told
the
her,
face?
No, she missed. Well,
Okay.
because it was during COVID and we had like a little plexiglass protector over
Okay, so that
the window.
protected your face.
Yeah, and then she got mad, and then I told her that I would give her a new fry, and then she walked up to my window. I forgot she wasn't even in the car because her husband was driving, and so she got out of the car and walked up to the window, and so she was standing next to the window, and then the window closed, and she like took her hand like shoved it open, and I was like, no, enough. So I gave her money back, and I said, get out. I said, leave, and then she took her money, and then she yeeted the cone, and it hit me.
Did you say yeeted it?
Yeah, she yeeted. She yeeted the cone.
That is fantastic.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yeeted the
Listen,
cone.
I understand about service and frustration and all that kind of stuff, but when did we as a society decide that it was acceptable to assault people with ice cream cones over, to me, something that's so trivial? Because most of the time, if you have like a delay in your food or you have an issue with it or it's cold, like, they'll make it right. You just go in and be nice about it.
Yeah, a lot of times they will. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was
a good one, Jake. Ice cream.
I would
thrown
have
at you.
loved to have like stood there and watched that go down. I mean,
So-
I'm glad she didn't like get you in the face or, something highly embarrassing, but
That's
you
good.
handled it right.
time on their hands. It might be nice to hear.
She's
from
actually a
somebody.
really cute girl, Daphne is.
I think Summy Yummy. Now, what's interesting, I don't know what she got charged with, but her one picture is her in scrubs with a medical ID badge. It makes me like go
Wonder
towards
about
the-
like our narcotics
did
or
we-
something.
Were we maybe taking things from the hospital we shouldn't have? And that's me assuming. And you know what they say about assuming. You're probably right.
I found a girl that's finishing while she's incarcerated her degree at Ashland University.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. Activities in prison for Summy Yummy: working out, playing cards, reading, writing, music, etc. Anything else? She wrote staying out of trouble, LOL. Sense of humor. Sense of humor.
That counts for something.
So there's a bunch of these all over the country. And then, as we talk about this, of course, out of nowhere, Jake says, oh, yeah, I almost did that.
Yeah.
So you found this before.
And that's when everybody was like,
not this specific website, but years ago when I was in my sad boy phase, I thought about
Your what?
Yeah,
my sad boy phase.
Sad boy phase.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
okay.
So-
I thought you said side boy phase at first. I'm like,
No,
Should have moved some furniture.
I didn't think about that.
You
I thought
think-
about going to a jail website and finding a pen pal.
Yeah. Oh, much better
Okay,
idea.
right.
Much better idea than putting the couch on
Brilliant.
the other wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get it. So you what? You looked into it?
I looked into it. I never did it. I think what made me not do it was I think you had to pay to do it, and I was afraid that once these people get out, they could find me, and I didn't want that. So I was trying to find people that
Well,
had like
yeah.
several life sentences. I was trying to find like people like
So there
that.
was no
chance
chance?
for them to come and get me.
Like, can I get only murderers so that way I know they can't get out and come
So
and kill me?
here's the thing. Like, you could probably converse with somebody. It would be better to converse with them through the jail software where they have access to email. Because then you don't have to tell them where you're at and you don't have to use your real name.
That's true.
I say this only because
Catfish.
I have conversed with someone who's been incarcerated through the jail email system. And the prison guards, like they have someone who their job is to read those emails before they give them to the inmate and to read the emails that the inmate's sending back to you.
Yeah.
We got to look for code words.
Well, they do.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's their entire job is to check the communication system,
Yeah.
making sure nothing is being relayed or planned or, whatever.
Yeah. I'm bringing you some magazines and not knives.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you a cake. There's nothing hidden inside it.
Well, yeah. Anything like that. But, mine was for work, actually. One of my coworkers, I guess you could say, was incarcerated for a while. And that's how we had to use inmate mail.
Listen,
It's
we've
a
got
thing.
mail here at the station from prisons.
yeah, we have.
We have.
I know.
I mean, listen, not everyone that's in jail is a terrible, terrible person. Today's hit music, Q92, Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you on your radio, streaming at our website, Q92radio.com, and you can now watch live on Q92's Facebook and YouTube because the show is live there every day from 7 until 10. Good morning, everybody, and a big thank you to Kimball for being the sponsor of the live video stream this hour. Kimball Recycling and Disposal, done right there. Hiring. You guys can visit kimballcompanies.com/careers today to apply. Got our Kimball trash men that always check in with us. They're part of the early risers. So
Yep.
Good morning, all our Kimball people out there. Glad you guys are with us as well. This hour, a lot going on. We got a Your Call Wednesday. That means your request. What do you guys want to hear? We will play it for you. I see a song already in the text message line that I'm going to get ready right now. But you can call in a request. You can put a request in on the comment section on Facebook or YouTube, or you can text in what you want to hear, and we'll get to as many as we can. Also at 8:30, Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame going to join us like he always does. And this is an hour you can become a finalist for those pit passes to see Jelly Roll at Bash on the Bay at Put-in-Bay Airport. Wednesday, August 21st. This is the final day you can become one. This is it. Your final chances with us, with Nicolina, with Keller this afternoon, and with Ryan tonight. So if you haven't become a finalist yet, you want a chance to win these tickets to see one of the biggest artists this year, Jelly Roll at Put-in-Bay. You need to be listening and be ready to go when you hear the cue to call. Also in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to get another finalist at the end of the show. Anyone that goes over to the live video feed on Facebook and YouTube, clicks the like button, and puts, give me the jelly.
Give me some jelly.
Give me some jelly. You're eligible. Lauren's going to randomly pick one of you and make you a finalist as well. So busy hour. Busy hour. And we're excited for it. And now we're going to kick off the request on a Your Call Wednesday. Someone texts in. They want to rock, Lauren.
Oh, yeah?
Little Papa Roach. Scars. I like the song. It's Q92. They want $250K for a house in the hood of Alliance. Listen, I lived in Alliance, and I actually enjoyed living in Alliance.
There's some really nice areas out here.
I had a house in Alliance, and I thought it was very... I had no problems, no issues. I did find a Walgreens shopping cart in my yard one day when I came home from work. I will say that happened. Other than that, the apartment complex was pretty much quiet next to me. The older couple next to me on the other side, they were lovely. The car wash always gave me entertainment. You know what I mean?
You got to watch a music video get shot there.
I did see a rap music video get shot there. It was fantastic.
Right. You had a front row
I still
seat.
remember that.
Yeah.
They were on the hood. I was hearing the music, and that was not weird for me because a lot of people blast their music when they're cleaning their car out. So that wasn't odd to me. I've heard
I do that. I turn my car on
it
while I'm cleaning it.
I've heard country music, hip hop, hard rock. I've heard it all
when
I lived in that house in Alliance. But I just happened to get up because the bass was really thumping. I was like, oh. And I looked up, and then I see like the girl and the guy, and they're dancing, and the guy's running around him with the camera. I was like, wow.
Did you then tape them taping the video?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Yes.
I should have. I saw a car wreck at that car wash.
Oh, boy.
That was fantastic.
What?
A couple. No, I'm not kidding. I watched this happen. A couple. I started to hear shouting. I got a couple minutes. I heard shouting. So I'm like, well, my windows are open. Let's see what we can see.
Nosy Nancy over here.
So I look
speaking.
across the street, and I see a mother who got out of her car yelling at a couple that are in the car wash stall.
How did you know it was a mother?
Because I saw her. She got out of the car.
Does she just look like a mother, or she had a kid?
Totally like a mother.
Okay.
100% like a mother.
Okay.
She was yelling, and I heard things back and forth, but I couldn't. I made out a few F words, but I heard, I really couldn't tell what was happening. So then I watched him peel out of the car wash stall.
Okay.
Peel out. So much so that he went around the corner of the building, lost control of his car, and crashed into the brick wall of the car wash. But then, on top of that, then he backed up and drove off.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think I even in my house went, that was awesome.
I wonder if they ever caught him. He
They
damaged the
did.
car wash.
No, they did.
Okay.
They did. So I had to speak to the police about it.
Oh, you were a witness.
I knew the cops.
Oh, well,
They were like friends of mine. So I was like, well.
I did, in fact, see what happened.
I was like, yeah, I don't know. They got cameras over there. But yeah, there's some stuff went down just now.
Yeah.
Clearly, you could see the brick is damaged.
Yeah.
And he was just like, nope, I'm leaving. next hour. I got into a Kenny Loggins deep dive yesterday.
How?
I don't know.
Oh.
But I started off by I was laying in bed with little Jimmy. He's a little sick. He's getting a little better.
Did he sleep better last night?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. We're chilling. And I like to get on YouTube. He loves music. I get on YouTube, put on songs. I came across Kenny Loggins' Meet Me Halfway.
Oh. Across the sky. Yep.
And he perked up. I always know when my 14-month-old son loves a song.
It's a banger.
Well, he dances and tries to clap to pretty much anything. Mm-hmm. But if he really is interested in a song, no matter what he's doing, if he's laying with me on the floor playing, he'll stop, turn, look at the TV, and sit Indian style. And just sit and stare at the song.
Right.
Till it's done. Then he goes back. And he did it yesterday for Jelly Roll's I'm Not Okay. He stopped playing.
He's a Jelly Roll fan.
Stopped, looked up. He's huge into John Mayer. Absolutely huge into John Mayer. But I went down to Kenny Loggins, Meet Me Halfway, from arguably the greatest arm wrestling movie ever made.
Over the top.
And Over the Top. You've never seen that movie. I mean, I don't know what you're doing. If you like 80s movies.
How did that script even get a cat? Anyhow, okay.
What do you say?
Come on, man.
That's a great movie.
But Pee-wee's Big Adventure got a movie, and there are so many, to be honest.
A movie about a guy who didn't really have a part in his son's life.
We've talked about this before. Howard the Duck, Billie Jean.
Don't get me started on Howard.
There's Mannequin. You want me to keep going? What was happening in the screenwriter room, in the 80s?
Howard the Duck. There's only one problem with Howard the Duck, and it's the scene where the woman and the duck almost make love.
Yeah, they're in bed together.
In an 80s movie that was supposed to be for a family.
Right.
And she's literally trying to seduce the duck.
Yes, she is.
You guys don't believe me? Go watch Howard the Duck. Other than that, fun family movie.
I wonder if he was from Quackrin. Sorry.
I don't know. Pornhub, maybe. On the weird section.
Right.
But that scene wasn't necessary.
No, it really wasn't. Honestly, it really wasn't.
And I'm a typical pervert guy. That had nothing to do with the movie.
They just had to try and sneak it in there.
You know what would be great?
The duck almost got...
What if the woman tries to seduce the duck? Sounds great. Johnson, write it in.
Yeah.
I just don't know why that scene was in there. Other than that, great family movie.
Tara.
Hey, Tara, where are you calling from this morning?
I'm calling from Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Newcastle, PA. All right. How did you find out you were getting cheated on?
I had just gotten engaged, and we were sitting in the living room, and there was a knock on the door, and my now ex-husband, long story, opened the door, and I heard a woman's voice. She had been with him for 3 years. He had been with me for the last year of their relationship. She showed up at our house.
And he was still dating her?
Mm-hmm. Still dating her. Said that he kind of was just ignoring her, thinking she would go away. But she came into our house. She took the pots and pans. She took the dishes.
Oh, this was a whole thing.
The vacuum. The bedding off the bed. She said that house was bought for them. Oh, it was a real treat.
And you had no idea any of this was going on?
No, listen. No, if you knew him, he was real quiet, just kind of chill. Never. So
you're telling me you're sitting on the couch with what you think is going to be your husband. You're chilling. Another woman walks in and starts taking things from the house because she's mad she found out he's cheating on her.
Right. So she came in and she's like, I said, you might as well let her in. Like, I know she's here. I just don't know who she is.
Oh. 8:20 right here on today's hit music. Q92. Hope you guys are having a good one out there. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday morning. Going to be another absolutely gorgeous day. Hey, we haven't done Jelly Roll's Q to call yet. For those of you waiting to become a Jelly Roll finalist on the last day to become one, keep waiting. Don't worry, you didn't miss it. Keep your radio right here. Keep streaming us at Q92radio.com on our website, or keep watching live on Facebook and YouTube, because we have not done it yet. This is your final day to become a finalist. Is that not insane? I tell you it is. I tell you it is. You know, Madden comes out Friday. If you paid extra $30, you can play it now.
Yay.
I'm pretty sure that might be my birthday gift.
Oh, yeah. That's a slam dunk. Your birthday's Friday, the day it comes out.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah, I'm not paying the extra $30.
To play it early.
To give you an example of how big video games are still to adults, this obviously this college football that came out.
Oh, my
Kids
gosh.
are buying it. Teenagers to men in their 50s are buying it.
Oh, I'm aware.
I-
I'm aware.
Do you know? Because they do the same thing with Madden they do with NCAA. And I'm not trying to get on a big video game thing. I'm just trying to show you how much people wanted this game. You can get it 3 days early if you buy the $100 version, right?
Okay.
So there's the $63 version in tax or whatever. And then there's the $100 version. Well, it's $99.99 with tax. $102, whatever.
Yeah.
EA Sports, just for the college game that came out a month ago, got, was it 2.2 million people to pay $30 more to play the game 3 days early. Not only did that's not counting how many they sold once the game was officially released at the $63 version. Over 2 million people said, I'll pay $30 more to play it 3 days before.
Okay. Hold on a second.
That's insane.
Let me go grab my shocked face.
That's insane to me.
It's not to me. Think about it. We're all spoiled. Why do you think everybody hopped on Amazon Prime and started shopping there before anywhere else? Because we are creatures of wanting things now.
But on Amazon, aren't we always looking for deals? Like, imagine finding a vacuum
And quick
you love,
shipping.
and you were like,
we want it now.
but would you pay $30 more?
I mean, if I could have it now, I've upgraded to have my stuff expedited.
You're like, honestly, yes,
Yeah.
I would pay $30 more
Exactly.
for that. That is just...
And games, are you kidding me? Because not only that, like, depending on what age bracket you're in, and this applies to teens and your 50-somethings, then you get bragging rights. Dude, I already tried the game. Like, you're that guy that gets to give everybody the insider info and, oh, this is what you need to do. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes.
That's
Yes. It does not shock me in the
And
least.
It doesn't surprise me because this is I feel like our generation, and maybe the one before us, right before us, was the first ones truly raised on video games. Like, I know there was like ColecoVision or whatever.
Yeah,
those
but
things
when we
were,
were young, we had Nintendo come
that's what I'm
out.
saying, and we've seen through it. We started with
Atari.
Nintendo. We went to Sega. We went to PlayStation. We went to Xbox. We came up through this.
We've traveled the gambit of gaming systems.
We have. Guys, I can't tell you how great Nintendo was. I wish some of you young kids could have experienced real,
You still can.
original. You can.
We still have our old Nintendo. I mean, our kids play it. Sometimes we have nights where we just hang out with the kids and we play old Mario games on the OG Nintendo.
2 million people. 2 million people.
Yeah, totally doesn't
I mean-
shock me. I actually thought it would be more.
I'm in my 40s. Play video games all the time.
Yeah.
What's funny is Jake's in his 20s doesn't play at all.
I know. I think it's
That
more
should
and
be-
more.
Shouldn't that be switched? I should be the one.
Do you
saying
do
I'm-
any computer gaming?
No, I have an Xbox, and see here, I really want this game, and I just learned about it, and it's based off of my favorite movie of all time, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh.
But I can't play it because it's only on the new Xbox, and I have the older Xbox.
Yeah.
So I'm really debating going to go get a new Xbox
I
was gonna say,
just so I can play this new game.
Take your old Xbox and take it to the exchange. Get it instant
That's
credit.
what Katie the intern said because she works at the exchange, but she says it wouldn't be worth it.
It wouldn't.
I could sell it on eBay or Facebook for more money. They wouldn't give me very much for it at the exchange.
I don't know.
You want to start a GoFundMe?
Yeah.
Your new Xbox.
My nephew bought a PS5 off Marketplace and it was broken. Took it to the exchange. They gave him $250 in store credit for his PS5 that he put towards a used working PS5.
Well, they could probably fix it and sell it.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
But he wasn't like completely out. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they didn't gouge him.
I guess
They
I could
could have
look
been
into
like,
that.
it's broken. We'll give you $100. They didn't do that.
Yeah. But I think, shouldn't I keep my old Xbox to back up my old one to my new one and like my other games? Don't they transfer or no?
Well, I personally think you should have never bought an Xbox. You should have got a PlayStation. But
Well,
that's-
I'm with Christian on that one too, so I can't help you out.
Well, I can also, they also have it on the new PS5, so I could get a PS5.
I mean, to
but
be honest, if you
that's the way
have
to
an
go.
Xbox, you might as well have a Samsung phone. You know what I mean?
and a pager.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
I never understood.
just complete the circle. You know what I mean? But no,
No, wait, hold on a second. On the Samsung phone.
just saying. Well, the problem with Samsung guys, they think they're like, I'm Samsung. I'm not like you Apple people. Oh,
Well, I don't have a Samsung, so go
I'm
ahead.
like, all right. I'm Xbox. I'm not like you Sony people. Ha ha ha. I'm like, no one cares.
I feel
Your
like that's
Xbox
how
is
Apple
trash.
people are.
Apple people?
You don't have an Apple?
No,
You don't have an iPhone?
We're just like, bah.
You're poor.
Like, no, we're just like,
Yeah,
why is
no,
your damn...
you look
no,
down your nose
that's
at
not
other
what we
people
do.
and you're like,
We just say, get your damn green bubble out of here. That's all we say. What's with your stupid green bubble? That's all we do. More like junk station. Someone text in. Junk station.
no way.
I like that. That made me laugh. But it's just interesting how this generation, it's like I've said before on the show a million times, nursing homes are going to have video games in about 15 years.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
They're going to
that
have
activities director is going to have to
You're going to
schedule.
have to take that. You're going to have to take those checkerboards.
You think they'll have Smash tournaments?
Yes. All of them. Madden. You're going to
Yeah.
have to, take the shuffleboard, throw it away. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Take the Parcheesi, put it away, get some flat screen TVs, get some PlayStations and Xboxes, because Pops are going to be playing Call of Duty. I'm telling you. I've said this a million times on the show. It's going to happen, and it's going to be awesome. And that's why, when Jimmy puts me in a home, I'm not going to be as mad, because I'm just going to sit there and play video game. Obviously, at a slower pace.
Well, I understand that. Yeah, your reactions aren't going to be as good. Probably your aim.
I don't get sacked the whole time with my football.
Listen, I will say, in the nursing home, if they offered zombies, I would play zombies.
Come on.
Call of Duty zombies.
Imagine that.
Get out of here. As long as you let me get the windows
Think
I
about
always
this.
get when we play.
Think about this. Does the place smell bad? Sure. But you're in a lounge.
You won't even pay attention
You're
to
playing
that.
zombies.
It could be you that smells at that point.
They bring you your meds. You don't even have to go to
And
the get
your
meds.
food.
And your food. Take your pills, Christian. Can we change your diaper?
Sure.
I don't see why not.
Can I hold the controller while you do it?
Let me pause. Let me pause Madden here. And yeah, go ahead. Wipe my ass.
You know,
Let's
like
do
a
it.
little kid, how you let them hold something while you're changing their diaper. You're going to be still holding on to your remote or your controller. I mean,
I'll be the grandpa like that poops his pants and kind of looks at the guy like, hey, guess what I did?
that's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's creepy. Yeah,
Don't do
I'm
that.
old. I'm close to beating Jesus. What do I care at that point?
I suppose.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on overtime anyway. I'm on borrowed time. But how it's going to be, nursing home is going to be so much fun. So much fun.
It's going to be
You know
lit.
what I mean? It is going to be lit. AF. AF, I say. I'm telling you guys, I've said this before. Y'all heard me give this spiel before, but in 15 years, when you go to visit Pop and he is literally playing Call of Duty, you're going to be like, this is kind of cool.
You know how they have like beauty salons and stuff like that? Do you think ink's still going to be a thing? So they'll have like tattoo parlors inside the nursing homes?
That I don't know. Their skin's going to be so...
Hey, that doesn't mean you can't still tat
If
it.
you're on blood thinners, I don't know if you can get
Well, no,
tattoos.
but the thinner people probably should stay away from the
Yeah.
tat shop.
Oh, that's your bone. I'm so sorry. Christian, you're forgetting you used to make fun of Apple iPhone users. I did. And then
He
it became
still
an Apple guy.
does.
I make fun of everybody. I'm very equal in that.
He has one, but he'll throw it out there every now and then.
Samsung is the best, way more customizable, and they don't slow down my internet when a new one comes out.
I am definitely a Droid user after using Apple for several years. And I did Samsung for a long time, but you know what I like better? The Pixel.
They have a new one. Isn't your new set the new one coming out?
The 9's coming out. I got the email yesterday. They'd give me $350 for my 7
I bet they will.
to upgrade to the 9.
Someone real quick said, Jake, what's the game you want to buy?
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
They have an actual game.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. We got sports coming up, and then Rich Droscher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but a text request. Good morning, Lauren, Christian, and Jake. It's Fire Chief checking in. My crew is cleaning up after a structure fire we had. They want to hear Hot in Here by Nelly.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Q92. man, I forgot that, like, at the beginning of that movie, that queen's like, go kill Snow White.
Yeah, my stepdaughter.
Bring back her heart in this box.
Yes.
So I know you killed her.
It's very aggressive. I know.
I'm swear to God, I was sitting.
Can you imagine if a movie came to the theaters today and they're like, the wicked stepmom?
I was like, I knew the queen wanted to stop Snow White because she was the fairest of them all.
Well, yeah, and she was upset.
It either blocked out of my head or I never quite realized it. That she told that dude to go stab and kill Snow White, and the dude had the knife.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that as a kid.
Right. Disney movie murder.
And then bring back her heart in this box so I know you killed her.
Yeah, she should have technically gone to jail for attempted murder. But
I'm just saying, talk about something I missed as a kid. That now I'm like, wait, what? I did not honestly remember that scene.
Yeah.
They showed you the knife.
Yes.
He pulled it out.
Yes.
She was ready. She was accepting her fate, by the way. She did the old, like, oh.
Yeah, she shielded her face like, oh,
like,
just do it.
Yeah.
She didn't try and run. She didn't try and fight back.
Like, Jesus, Snow White, fight for yourself. Anyway, I don't know. It just freaked me out last night at midnight when I was watching my son. I did not remember the order to kill Snow White. By the way, Columbus Zoo has the biggest chicken fingers I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Like this big.
Wow.
This big.
How big around are they?
They're curled too. I don't know what happened. I don't know if that chicken was like excited or what, but it was like, woo. I don't know, like curled toes, but man.
They've got curly chicken?
Is that a real thing?
Like a curly fry?
It looked like a curly chicken finger fry. Slash. Yeah. Got a great commemorative plastic cup.
Oh my gosh.
I got two that weekend. I got a Columbus Clippers cup, and I have now an Columbus Zoo. I have an Akron Zoo too. So my collection's growing. I'm gonna get a nice glass kind of case to like display them all in. And
I've never met anybody that's like, I'm on the hunt for a curio cabinet. Oh, for what?
My plastic
commemorative
cup.
Souvenir cups.
All right, you can go souvenir commemorative. But they're fantastic. And there's something about drinking out of a plastic cup when you're playing video games. 8:38 right here on today's hit music. Q92. Christian, Lauren, Jake here with you. Coming up this hour, still Jelly Roll finalists. We have not hit that cue to call yet, but it is coming very soon. Be listening. That is coming up. The cue to call later on this hour. Right now, though, it's 8:38. It is a Wednesday. That means we are talking to our friend at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and that's Rich DeRocher joining us once again. Looks so refreshed, looks so full of energy now that he's gotten to take a breath.
Yeah.
After the last few weeks and last year.
He's got that stress behind him.
He just looks good. He looks good. And he's already hard at work, probably getting ready for the next class, but still. Yeah. We'll talk about that later. Rich, how are we feeling today?
We're feeling it. We're feeling good. Thank you for noticing.
Yeah, no, it's good. You, like I said, you look like refreshed, revigorated for the next class.
Tan, rested, and ready. Let's go.
There you go. There you go. So we got some Hall of Fame, always doing awesome things right now, and we got some awesome football still coming to Canton here in a very soon in the near future.
Yeah, Labor Day weekend, Sunday, right? Sunday right before Labor Day is our annual Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic, a way to introduce the community to some new teams, and just remind everybody about the rich history of historically Black colleges and universities, which we take very seriously here at the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So there's just so many fun activities around that, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, games Sunday. There's community day. There's education opportunities. There's singing and dancing and food all around Central Plaza. We've been blessed the last couple of years with some spectacular weather. So fingers crossed, it'll be another good year.
Yeah, no, it's a great event, and it's grown so much. And I know we touched on this last week, then just, come in, play a game, and that's it. You guys have literally made it a week-long celebration of HBCU football, and it's just fantastic, and it's great. And every year you just see it get more ingrained into Canton. It's awesome.
Well, and the thing that we're able to do then is, show off the Canton and the Pro Football Hall of Fame and Hall of Fame Village to a couple of universities that a lot of those kids have never, been this far north. Some right. Just don't, outside of their athletics, they just don't travel. They don't get to see this part of the country much. The schools like it because it gives them an opportunity to be seen and maybe recruit in this area a little bit. And, maybe the biggest thing that comes out of this weekend, a lot of great stuff this weekend, but maybe one of the biggest things that comes out of this weekend is an incredible college fair that this year is going to have 72 universities in attendance, and we'll probably have we've invited about 2,000 kids. We know that the return rate on that is in the 75 to 80% range. So figure maybe 1,600 kids will come and visit those 72 universities. We know scholarships many times are offered right on the spot. Maybe a handful to 8-10 kids, right there that day are going to leave with their lives are going to change. They're going to be introduced to a school. They maybe already have the school in mind, and this is kind of that last step, and it becomes official. And others are just in that early stage of wanting to learn more about what that next chapter in their life might look like. And now they're introduced to a whole new universe of opportunities. Out of those 72 schools, roughly a quarter will be historically Black colleges and universities. And, it is a great way for them to showcase what they can offer. And it's a different experience for kids. And sometimes it's that perfect fit. So, we're super excited about, what kind of opportunities that brings too.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, in that weekend too, I love that you have so much going on with the Faith, Family, and Football Gospel Concert. You have the block party that people can be a part of. Admission is free for that, or you can purchase some reserved seating if you don't want to have to worry about where you're going to be. And I just love how you've made it such a celebration for them. And I think it's such a great weekend in Canton. And you can get more information certainly over at the profootballhof.com website.
Yeah. And Rich, you touched on it. It kind of it goes both ways. It's awesome. They come up here and they get to see, like I said, Canton, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, this amazing football stadium. They're gonna play and get that. But it gives us this awesome exposure to this great culture and this great
Yeah.
football that's being played in HBCU that some people may have never seen before, may never experienced those band performances before, and how amazing and incredible they are. So it's a two-way street, and where both are really getting exposed to some awesome stuff.
It is. It's a the climate is different at the games. Like you mentioned, the bands are
incredible.
As much a showcase of the weekend as anything else, and there'll be some different performances that, both schools will be bringing their bands, and it's a good level of football. It's going to be it should be competitive. It should be a lot of fun. So if you haven't decided yet whether this might be something you want to experience, I want to give that gentle nudge to go try something out. Go try out a new new music genre you haven't partaken in before, or try some new foods, and you're not going to be disappointed. There's always something that you can find that's going to broaden your horizons a little bit and take that leap.
I want to hit on this too, but before we let you go here, Rich, because the season's fast approaching. We're now in the depths.
One more preseason game.
Preseason football right now. It's fantastic, and if you need that new gear for whatever team you follow, I don't care who you are, you need that new sideline hat.
Yeah.
You want the new jersey. You want the Caleb Williams jersey, the Daniels jersey. Maybe you're a Bo Nix guy for the Broncos. You need to go. Lauren and I talk about this all the time. If you have never been to that pro shop and the
every
Pro Hall of
team
Fame,
is represented. You can find unique merchandise too. I mean, it's so hard. You go to the local stores around here. Sure, you can find some Browns and Steelers
I might find
stuff.
a Bears hat.
Just because you live in Ohio does not mean that those are just your teams. Right. Trust me. We have people in our family that love, the Cowboys and the Bills and the Chiefs. My daughter has kind of turned her back on her family.
I have a friend of mine that's gone to the Hall of Fame a couple times. She's a Vikings fan.
Yeah.
Can't find a lot of Vikings gear anywhere.
You
know where she can
there.
find Viking stuff?
Yep.
At the gift shop. So as we're getting close to that season, Rich, they got to stop down.
Hey, listen, I've talked about how sometimes the most entertaining part of my week is waiting for this call, because while I'm on hold, I get some of the best of Christian and Lauren and
an idiot, yeah.
And I don't know how long ago you guys were talking about your plastic cup collection.
Oh, he's got a problem.
Rich. It's amazing.
He took one from here the other day.
They're commemorative cups.
I need to know. Listen, I got a curio cabinet that needs a new home. So if you're in the market, let's talk offline. However,
Rich, I'm not joking. Now, would I get yelled at home? Yes, Jamie would probably yell at me. But I'm telling you right now, my dream is to have one and have all my commemorative cups just lined.
Well, with the new house, you can have a man cave, can't you?
I can a little bit, but I don't know if she wants the one for plastic cups. But
well, I mean,
we got a couch. I can sleep on it for a day or two.
That's right.
It's fine.
It's a great segue into St. Christian. If you need don't. I know some of those commemorative cups are nice, but come on, if you need something substantial and real, come on down to the Hall of Fame retail store. We'll hook you up with a really nice cup.
Oh, there you go. And I need one for my collection. What are we doing?
No, you don't.
I'm going to go down. I'm going to get it. I'm going to post a picture of in there with holding my new cup.
Plastic cups.
Yep.
Wait 6 months, Christian. You can get your Chicago Bears Super Bowl 59 championship cup.
Boom. Hear that? He knows. He saw Caleb last week.
Mm-hmm.
He saw Caleb, and he saw Justin in Pittsburgh too, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that show before. Rich, it's what it is. We'll see what happens with the Bears this year.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. Rich, always a pleasure. Appreciate you joining us and always having fun with you. We'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks very much.
There you go.
See you, Rich.
Rich DeRocher, Pro Football Hall of Fame. He's the best. Joins us every Wednesday. I'm going to get down there and see what their commemorative cups look like.
I know. I should go and see what new Browns gear. I need something for my draft. We always wear something from the team that we,
You know what's funny? I should. Now that I think about it, how do I not already have a Pro Football Hall of Fame commemorative cup in my collection?
Yeah.
Like now that
Why
I really
don't
think
you,
I'm
Christian?
sitting here, now that I think about it, I'm like, what am I doing? That's silly.
Not what you should be.
No, that's fair. Post Malone, Doja Cat. I like you. It's Q92.
The old feed of the Book of Faces.
a break for turtles picture.
Yeah.
It says break for turtles. If you see a turtle on the road, slow down, pull over to the side of the road, and when it's safe, help them across in the same direction they were going. Use both of your hands to hold them at the sides near the end of their shells and lift them up to move. Always keep your hands away from their faces. Never pick them up by the tail. You can damage their vertebrae. Save a turtle, be conscious of wildlife, and slow down. Now, I have driven for many years in life. I have come across possums, raccoons, deer, dogs, cats. I even think one time I saw a bobcat, possibly a little bear.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever geese, ducks. I have never in my life come across a turtle crossing the street.
I have, and just recently.
A turtle.
Like a couple weeks ago.
What road was this?
It was the road leading up to our house.
Are you sure it was a turtle?
Oh, we're positive. We waited until he got across the road. Like I stayed there so no cars would come and hit it.
Jake, have you ever seen
I think I talked about this.
She did. I have not. My brother this weekend saw 2 turtles.
I think Nicolina saved one this weekend too.
A turtle?
Yeah.
In the road?
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
Never in my life have I witnessed this.
But do you
I've
know
been
what?
alive for many years. I'm an old man.
Are you going to tell them what you said off air though?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I would think. Now, listen. There's probably a limit, but I would think a turtle could take a hit.
I said, what do you think that their shells are made out of?
I don't know. But
shatter them like a chip.
It's pretty. You ever knock on a turtle shell?
I get
Pretty
that.
solid.
A little knock is different than a vehicle that weighs.
Oh, okay, a semi truck. No, it's probably going to be dead.
I don't care if it's a Prius. It's going to kill it.
No, I would think a Honda
Geo
Ford.
Metro.
I would think a Honda
would kill
Ford
it.
would not kill it.
Yes, it would.
It would. I don't know.
150%.
I was at the Akron Zoo, and they have this turtle that's like 100 and some years old, almost 200. That shell ain't cracking. That ain't cracking. Not for a Chevy Cobalt.
Okay, but why would anyone want to run over a turtle?
I'm not
to
saying
find
you
out?
want to, but I'm just saying, A, I didn't realize this was an issue with turtles.
Yes, of course it is.
I've never seen one on the road in my life.
They've got to travel too.
And B, I do believe that at some level they could take a car. Not again.
No.
Can they take a tank? No.
Maybe like a little Tykes car or something.
No.
Yes. Christian, if you
we're
stepped on a turtle, you would break its shell.
First of all, no one would ever step on a turtle. That's like the cruelest
Someone
thing.
might run one over.
If they saw it in time and they just, I think they'd be okay.
I don't think so. I think they'd be flat as a pancake and it'd be awful. Speaking.
Only with Q92.
There's the cue to call you've been waiting on. Look at that phone line exploding. It's Jelly Roll finalist time. Caller number 10 right now. 330-450-9292. If you are caller number 10, you'll be our latest finalist. You will have a chance to win pit passes to see him at Bash on the Bay later on this month at Put-in Bay. Can't win unless you're a finalist. Last day to become one. Caller 10, good luck. Played a sound clip real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And Lauren was a little surprised.
I was.
And she was like, no. And Jake and I both were in here going, yes, yes. And it has to do with something that girls do when they're dating someone, especially if they're thinking of, I believe, if they're thinking of ending it.
Yeah.
And so I'll play the clip. I got it in Adobe, Jake, so everyone's going to hear it.
Okay.
Thanks. Give a thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. So this is the clip. And I'd like you women to be honest. I'm not saying you're not always honest. Who are we men to judge? Because God knows we'll tell a fib or 8. But I'd like you all to be honest with yourselves on this one. Have you done this?
95% of women who are in relationships already know which guy will be next or which guy they will be open to. 95%.
I didn't mean to loop that. And I'll simple that down to, I think when a girl is getting ready to get out of a relationship, I do think there are a large percentage of girls, not all, and maybe I have my broad brush in my hand, that they already have a guy ready to go. Whether that be to flirt with, to get attention from, or to even date, to just flat out date.
Okay.
My opinion. Now I know a lot of people might go, no.
Hold on, though. So I made the comment off air. I said, you mean like getting somebody on deck? Like, because you're, and you were like, yes.
Yes.
But here's the funny thing. I think men jump into relationships faster than women do after a breakup or after a marriage or like divorce.
Not
you know
relationships. Hookups.
Beds.
Hookups. Yes.
Okay.
I'll grant you that. Will we probably be quicker to hop into the sack, as the kids say in the streets? Yes.
I don't think they say that.
Yeah,
at
no,
all.
that's not what the young kids are saying. Oh man, I feel dumb AF. But so I believe that.
No cap.
But I think there's no cap in that. But I believe women have a guy ready to go to spend time with, to go out with, to not to sleep with.
I said it
to,
was like to fill the void. Like you want somebody to go do activities with and like
a guy
hang out
on deck
with.
that you will pseudo date. I call it fake dating. You're dating them, you're enjoying them. They're kind of friend zoned, but they don't know it. They haven't realized it.
Still.
You know, they don't realize they're being friend zoned. They think they're laying down the foundation for a possible relationship.
Yeah.
But you're just we got to get from guy one to the new guy, but we got to have a buffer guy in between.
And guys don't do this, is what you're saying.
In a different way.
Gotcha.
We do it with like.
I see.
You want to? My opinion. People could agree, disagree. Jacob, feel free. Do you think I have anything wrong?
No.
Find a rewarding career close to home at Kimball. You'll find outstanding benefits, a supportive team, and opportunities for career growth. Working for a local family company really makes a difference. Apply today.
You love it. Text message random. Christian, anyway, we can call Keller and ask if he's seen Bigfoot out there camping. I don't think he's there yet.
Well, and he's not camping. I mean, he's in the woods, yes, but they're in a great big old cabin, like huge.
They're doing it big. They're going to be drinking, grilling.
Yeah.
Tickling, all kinds of funny stuff.
Christian, they're not going to be tickling each other.
We don't know they're not.
That's weird.
Tickling is a...
It's not on the table.
No, we don't know that it's
Maybe he and his wife.
I can see him tickling his friends.
Yeah, I can see him tickling.
Well, it's Keller, so that, yeah.
I can see who's got you? Ooh, you know what I mean? Up behind you.
So he would do that, actually.
Yes, I'm telling you, he's a tickler.
He is.
He's a tickler.
I've seen him do it now that you say that.
I'm not a big tickler. I'm not big into tickling people or being tickled.
Oh, my gosh.
I find tickling very odd.
Yeah.
And it's just strange how it goes from funny to uncomfortable so quick. It's just such a quick flip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
There was Dane Cook's.
Yeah.
Dane Cook's clip on that.
It does get aggressive fast.
I know people get annoyed by Dane Cook, and but he had that bit about tickling. It was very funny. And he was 100% right. What do you say? He goes, starts out fun, ends horrible.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Now that I think, anytime I was tickled, like, it was like, ha, they're all right.
Yeah. It's true.
I don't know. Jake, you like being tickled?
No, I do not.
Can't say I blame you. Can't say I blame you. Lauren, tickled?
I don't love it. I don't know the last time I was tickled, though. So my husband would never tickle me because he hates it. Not like my husband. Like my husband,
ticklish.
I can literally like touch his kneecap and he'll.
Yeah.
Minerva.
All right, Miranda, you are caller number 10. So you are now a finalist
Yay, that's awesome.
Congratulations. You're now in the running. You could be headed to Bash on the Bay at Put-in-Bay Airport to see Jelly Roll Wednesday, August 21st. Just tell everybody your favorite station making you a finalist.
Q92.
Hey.
A molecular biologist made headlines for his highly controversial artificial womb concept. This is what he originally...
Artificial wound?
Womb.
Oh, womb.
This is what he originally became. People are like, what the hell are you talking about? He has a new design, the world's first head transplant system.
Get out of here.
Hashem Al-Ghalia, a Dubai-based scientist and filmmaker. He's now aiming to help push forward the idea of transplanting a head onto a donor body for people suffering from cancer or paralysis. He recently released a video explaining the tech, which dubs Brain Bridge. It's getting a lot of attention online.
I understand that, but once you sever the nerves in the neck and everything, aren't you paralyzed from the waist down?
Brain Bridge's proposed head transplantation process involves attaching a patient's head onto a brain-dead donor body with the goal of preserving the patient's consciousness, memories, and cognitive ability.
I call BS.
He said the procedure could be available within 8 years.
You want to know how we end up with zombies?
Thanks to the integration of advanced robotics and AI.
This is how we end up with zombies. Real life zombies.
Not zombies. Cyborgs.
Whatever.
We're gonna get cyborgs. That's worse to me. Cyborg, you can't shoot a cyborg. Ting. There's metal, but you see RoboCop?
You can bomb them.
There's gonna be a bunch of RoboCops running around. Be a
No,
bunch
I was
of Johnny
thinking
Number
RoboCop.
5. Short Circuit.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?
I do.
There's
That
a
was the
throwback.
old one.
Number 5 is alive. People are like, what the hell? I'm telling you, cyborgs. This to me is cyborgs. RoboCop is going to happen.
This is not good.
I don't think, and again, this is coming from someone who has no expertise in anything, really. So I have nothing to base this on, but I don't see how you're going to take a head and put it on another human's body. But I could see you taking that head and putting it on some type of exoskeleton robotic body, a.k.a. RoboCop in real life. I could see that. That to me is more believable than...
What's his name?
Than I die and Jake needs a body and they cut his head off and put it on my body.
Yeah.
I could see a lot more if they put... I'm a robot.
There's so many loopholes here. I mean, because what if you're 87 years old and you have a bad heart and you want a transplant or something like that, but you still have the same shell and a bad heart. You see what I don't know. Like,
imagine having like an 80-year-old head on a 25-year-old body.
Oh, that'd be weird.
That'd be awesome.
Like a banging body and like a really old looking face.
Get over here, whippersnapper. Huh? What else did
Look at
Dr.
that.
Frankenstein have to say? Someone said on the text.
Exactly.
Just telling you what I was reading. Again, with the integration of advanced robotics and artificial intelligence, he thinks in 8 years
No.
he can have this ready to go.
He's delusional, and someone gave him a head transplant, and that's why he's not making any sense. I'm sorry. How long did it take us to do the first facial transplant? And that didn't go... I mean, it happened, but they didn't look normal.
Well, someone had to be patient one. You know what I mean? Your cookies don't come out great the first batch you ever make. You got to get
Sometimes they do.
You got to get good at it. Okay, well, that guy kind of messed up his first batch, okay? What are you going to do? I'm sure he's better now. But I'm telling you.
I don't see people in the news getting face transplants all the time.
Cyborgs. I'm telling you. Cyborgs. This could happen.
No, I say
I'm going to
zombies.
put this. You can't make a zombie because you're not going to put a human body on another human. You're just not. You know how long you'd have to be sitting there connecting nerves and stuff and testing them out?
That's why when you said this, I was like, wait a second. But there would be paralysis involved.
How much would it screw with your mental status to wake up with someone else's body, tats, piercing, etc.? I don't know.
Yeah,
if
that
it was
would
your
be-
only option, if it was that or death or paralysis,
Well, you're already going to have paralysis because they're going to go shunk and chop your head off and put a new one on.
listen, I don't have the logistics. I just know he thinks he can do it. But now, to me, that tells me cyborgs will happen. Now I'm putting cyborgs in the same pile as the dinosaurs will be back,
Which is also bad news.
and robots will take over the world.
20 years, it's going to have people with different heads on
but
their
here-
bodies and dinosaurs wreaking havoc.
Real quick, because we're late. Here's a positive. Let me give you a positive spin, because I do believe the robots and AI are going to try to take over. But if we get to this technology and we get enough people to become cyborgs, we'll have like robots, good robots with human stuff that will fight on our side against the robots. A quick couple texts. My friend tried to kiss my ex when I was in the men's restroom when I was in high school, my 10th grade year. I went to McKinley High School, class of 21. Haven't talked much since that happened. I imagine you did.
Yeah, I can understand why.
I imagine you didn't. One of my good friends always had his girlfriend around, but always complained about her and treated her badly. The more I got to know her, I realized she was actually pretty cool and started to be more of friends with her than him. Fast forward a decade, and we've been married over 7 years now. Needless to say, him and I aren't friends anymore. But it was worth it. Yeah. But you didn't like kiss her while they were dating.
Right.
You treated her badly. You got to like her. They probably broke up. Then you started dating, I suppose. And now he's not your friend. Guess that's okay. It's just rough for me, man. I don't know, man. I can't. I couldn't do it. I don't think I'd feel like the biggest,
turd.
I think I would.
No, I think there would be something to. Here's the other thing that I wouldn't be able to shake. Picturing that person that I'm now with kissing my best friend or being intimate with them.
One of the rules I've always had when I get married, I'd like to be the only one there that slept with my wife.
I've told you, I actually know somebody that would not be the case. There would be a few people in the room.
Rather not have anyone else there who's been naked with my wife.
Right.
Just call me a prude. All right. I've never been dumped for my best friend or cheated on with them, but I was the friend that the exes tried to get with. 3 of them, 1 in high school, 2 in college. I waited what I thought was a respectful amount of time and kissed 2 of them.
Oh my God.
2 years after they split. 2 years is a long time. I will grant you 2 years. I'm just saying these kids now wait like a half a day. The second one, and I got to third base. But looking back, that was a-hole behavior. I was going through that rebellious hoe phase back then.
Hey, it's a thing.
Oh, God, that is funny. I was going through my hoe phase. Oh.
Rebellious hoe phase.
Remember your rebellious hoe phase, Jake?
No, I wish I had one.
McDonald's, you ran through that, man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a hoe phase. I didn't sleep with a lot of them, so that doesn't count.
He said a lot of them, and he didn't say.
How many of them saw your McWiener?
I think only like 1.
Only 1?
Yeah, actually.
All right. But still, you dated almost all of them.
That's true. I did.
Welcome to the 9 o'clock hour of the Q92 Morning Show on your radio, streaming at our website, Q92radio.com, and of course, live video on Q92 Radio on Facebook and Q92 on YouTube. Follow our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You should also follow Q92 Radio on Instagram. We're on Threads and at Q92 on X. You always know what this radio station is up to. Again, this hour, we've got one more Jelly Roll finalist to get. You still got more chances today with Nicolina, with Keller this afternoon, and with Ryan tonight. But as far as the morning show goes, we got one more shot. That includes you going over to the live video feed of the morning show. Again, you can be found at Q92 Radio on Facebook or Q92's YouTube page. You got to go over, like the live video feed, and in the comment section, give us some jelly.
Give us some jelly.
You put that in the comment section. Lauren is going to randomly select one of you that does that at the end of the show and make you a finalist. It is that simple. All right, so go do that now. Don't wait, because you might forget, and then you won't have any chance at all to be picked.
No, then you really mess out.
Very sad. Also, if you are a finalist listening right now, this is the last day to become a finalist. That means we're calling the winner tomorrow, so make sure your phone is with you. Make sure you can answer. If you get a phone call from a number you don't know at 8 o'clock tomorrow, it is not a bill collector. Well, it's possible it could be. That would just be serendipitous. But chances are it's us telling you that you are winning 2 pit passes to see Jelly Roll at Bash on the Bay at Put-in Bay. How great will that be? Can't wait to hook up another local listener of this radio station tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. We call you. So good luck to all the finalists that are already in the running, and good luck to the rest of you trying to become a finalist today. It's going to be an awesome prize we're giving away. We were just talking off air, not even really on purpose, about some of the things we got coming up here in the next few weeks. Woo!
Yeah.
You like prizes? You like winning some awesome experiences from radio stations? I'm telling you, we still got a whole half a year left.
I know that we work here, but I'd like to say I think we do it the best. Considering that when we run stuff like this, like it's literally only the people that can get us on their radio in their cars that can get in to win. You're not up against Ida in Idaho or
we're not a corporate station.
Irma in Indiana.
Yeah. A lot of corporate stations have contested for every radio station of that company owns.
Correct.
That's not the case here. We are locally owned and operated.
That's right.
And we're live and local. All damn day, by the way.
All damn day.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
From us with the morning show.
Yeah.
We have a Nicolina after us. We have everyone's favorite Keller in the afternoon. And we have, I call him the wild card. He's the wild card. We got Bavir at night, but we are live and local every night. One thing, the wild card, because I listen to him sometimes driving around.
Yeah, me too.
The energy is always at a 10.
Always. I'm like, I've never heard, like, when he's in the office, like, he saves it, I think. His energy for
I don't know
his
what he
shift.
does.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what he does.
And I don't know how he does it, how he even has energy. I mean, he's got a lot of little ones at home.
God, yeah, he's a baby-making factory.
He really is.
I don't know if he's trying to catch Nick Cannon. I don't know, but he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
And he loves ice.
He really does. I didn't know that until a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, what
Fun
are you
facts.
talking about?
Fun facts about Ryan at night, but he'll tell you. He'll tell you all about it. It's 9/11. It's Eminem. It's Houdini. It's Q92. Good morning, everybody.
Find a rewarding
point. My question was, do you think it's going to devalue the strength of a relationship for the future generation? Because
Q92.
my question was, do you think it's going to devalue the strength of a relationship for the future generation? Because you cannot possibly make the same connection over text as you would face to face or on the phone.
It probably will. I'll give my not daughter credit. Boy, her and her boyfriend, they can't go a day without seeing each other.
Wow.
They hang
That's
out
good.
every day. It is.
But sometimes you can't.
I'm like, hey, just leave some room for the friends too. Like, let's
Right.
not.
Yeah, don't lose all your friends.
Let's not. You know what I mean? Love it. Don't have a problem with it. I said before, I like the guy now. I think he's a cool kid. He's respectable. He's intelligent.
So you got over the whole I don't need a chocolate chip cookie thing.
I never going to judge him for being emo. I just wanted to know if he
No,
was
you
emo.
were offended when you offered him a chocolate chip cookie when you made cookies and he was like, no, thank you.
that pissed me off a little bit. I was like, all right, a-hole, that's fine. Go to hell. But, you know, you treat her right, you respect her. She always comes to the door, picks her up, says hello to me and Jamie. I'm cool with that. But they're together a lot.
Yeah.
And they hang out all together a lot. And we've had discussions about her friend group. So like that. And sometimes her friends, she feels a little sometimes, I won't say alienated, but I'm like, well, listen.
When you're never around.
When you're never around, and if they get to hang out with you, it's only with your boyfriend.
That's
and I
gonna
realize
happen.
you all are in the same friend group.
Right.
But if it comes off like, well, we don't get to see her unless we see him, and we never really get to see just her.
Right. And we
I was
don't
like-
really want to tag along with him tonight, so we'll just make plans and
Right.
invite her next time.
In her defense, they're all in the same friend group.
Yeah.
So they would all hang out regardless. I was like, just saying, be careful on that. You don't want to alienate to the point where friends don't really call you anymore to hang out just you because they figure they can't hang out with just you.
Right.
And not that doesn't mean they don't like him. Just I had a couple like we had a friend Larry. Oh my God. Teresa. Oh, just saying her name. No! Everywhere. Ruined more guys' nights than you could imagine.
Is she the one who went golfing with you guys?
She's not. But
Okay.
if we did golf, she'd have showed up, I'm sure. We'd be just sitting over there having a great guys' night. Door opens. Here comes her ass just walking right in the living room.
But was it her
You
fault
would
or was
hear
it
us.
his fault?
We blame her.
Oh.
Bro code. It's her fault. See, she'd walk in. You'd hear us go, oh.
Would she hear it too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's so mean.
She was everywhere. She was we could not just hang out
What
as
did your
guys.
friend say when he would hear the
He would
audible?
laugh. He would laugh.
But he
They
wouldn't
didn't
tell
have-
her to go home.
They didn't end up together because it ended up fighting 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
And even kill the vibe more. Like, we're here watching like a football game. What do you need to be here for? She come in. Oh, I know you guys don't want to see me. I'll never forget my friend Smee. I was like, nope. Nope. Like, yeah.
Sure don't.
Yeah, don't. We don't. Just crazy. But yeah, long story short. Apparently, people date each other's exes. I don't get it. Listen to this. This is, I'm not gonna say it's irked me. Maybe not bothered me, but it's irked me since I've been told this. Now, obviously, we are both in our 40s. We're not spring chickens anymore.
No.
I don't think we're old, but we're certainly not young.
No, not as young as we used to.
No, we got Jake over here, 25-year-old Jake.
Yeah, retiring from concerts
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah. Calling it quits at 25. I've done all I can in this life. It's time
He's
to retire.
hanging it up.
And just enjoy what's left of my life at 25. But obviously, as you get older, things change in your body.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Some of you lose.
That's like after you have babies, your boobs go.
The boobs sag. You pee all the time.
When you sneeze, especially.
Guys, things happen. You lose hair. Hair turns gray. All of a sudden, ear hair and nose hair become a thing. That's something I can't understand.
Do you use a trimmer?
Oh, yeah. I have an awesome one that goes up my nose with the light.
Mm-hmm.
And not one of those weird, it's a nice one. It's really
Why do
cool.
you need a light? It's
It
for up
came
there.
Came with a light. So you can see where that hair. I have this one nose hair, unrelated to what I want to talk about.
Does it like curl over the bridge?
No. It is the straightest sideways nose hair you've ever seen in your life. I'm telling you, it looks like if you were making the divide sign, the straight line with the dot, it's the straight, and it goes across, and it'll start to touch.
Yeah, but if you do the tool, doesn't it just zip it off?
Sometimes it like fights it. I don't know what happened.
Is it? I wonder if it's wiry.
It's the straightest nose hair you could ever imagine. It doesn't curl.
Are the rest of them curly?
It doesn't like go down. It just is like
doesn't sag. Yeah.
If you're watching the video,
it's rigid and straight.
Craziness.
Interesting.
And it bothers the hell. Then I have a couple of they go peekaboo. They start coming out of the nose a little bit. And you got to trim them.
Yeah. Then you know it's time.
Ear hair. Since I've gotten older.
Well, I'm married to an Italian man. So.
I don't know what happened. So the hair on my head stops, but my ear explodes.
Is it coming from your canal?
Everywhere, outside, top, canal.
Yeah, with Tony, it was always these like rando, like from the earlobe itself. Like I'll be like, "Ooh, hold on," and I'll
just insane. All right, and even like my facial hair is Q92. There's some music news out there this morning. I was looking at VMAs got moved. See that?
No, tell me more.
They were supposed to be on September 10th. They had already started running commercials.
Yeah.
They already got out their list of nominees. They haven't announced performers yet, but they are moving it because of the upcoming debate between Trump and Kamala Harris.
Oh.
They were going to be on the same day, and MTV's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to say I'm sure, although unfortunate, because I don't think this debate was originally scheduled when you scheduled the VMAs.
Yeah, you kind of got like stepped on.
Yeah,
there.
you kind of got screwed there. But I think smart and self-aware to be like, if we go against a presidential debate, we're probably going to get annihilated ratings-wise, and no one will even know the show is on.
Good call.
So I do say good call.
When are they moving it to?
A day later.
Oh, just the next day.
Yeah, the event was pushed back to avoid. Why they flat out said, yeah, they want a televised debate between Trump and Kamala Harris. They're like, we're not going to go up against that.
Yeah.
So, like I said, that does kind of stink because I think I know they had their date first. And they're like, yeah, I mean, they're already running promos. You see it on all because CBS owns MTV. You see it on all the CBS like channels you'd see promos for. Like I said, I think our website, you go there right now, has the list of nominees, but yeah.
It'll be okay.
Folks, there was a time when that was one of the biggest award shows of the year.
Not no more.
No, it's still on. It never went away. But there was a time when that, ratings-wise, was one of the biggest shows of the year.
That's fair.
I feel like younger people now have no idea. They're just like, what? What is that? What's VMAs? I'm like, dude.
What's a video music?
Like the biggest artists performed there. All the biggest celebrities showed up there. Like it was huge.
They had awesome performances.
They really did. It was awesome. But it's going to be moved back now. Thanks to that. I also saw this morning Machine Gun Kelly lost $50K on a blackjack table in Las Vegas.
Dang.
Imagine losing that.
I would have some serious coping issues.
He talked about it too. He told everyone to go stream his new song Lonely Road to make his money back. Which I think was funny.
I guess that's a clever way to promote.
MGK threw out the first pitch last night at the Guardians game.
Yeah.
He did a little different.
Oh, yeah?
He lined up to throw it to the catcher, then ran off the mound and threw the ball into the stands.
Oh, that's
as hard as he could.
Wow.
So, the lucky fan either got the ball or was pummeled by it.
Yeah, or had some injuries, some blunt force trauma. I mean,
but MGK having a great time in Cleveland this past week, man. He has been all about it. Cleveland's been hopping, man. Cleveland's been hopping for a couple weeks now. I'm here for it as well.
I think it's super cool. Like, he's in the area so much. His daughter goes to school here in Ohio.
She does.
So, and plays high school volleyball. She's at matches. I actually have friends whose kids play on the same team as her.
Supposedly, and I just read this, I think last week, he does not miss one of her volleyball tournaments.
Nope. He's always there.
He does not miss it.
Yep.
He will schedule things so that he can be there. He'll fly in if he has to fly in like last minute. He supposedly does not miss one of his daughter's volleyball games. And that's not, listen,
that's not easy.
That's not easy to do, even if you have a normal job.
Right.
Let alone be like a recording
traveling
artist.
rock star.
Yeah. Actor, rapper, singer. So I give him kudos for that.
Yeah.
I give him kudos for that. Absolutely. Janet Jackson, saw how she trains for tours. Do you know what she does to get ready for tours, to get in shape? Jumps on trampoline.
I could see that works. Yeah. I mean, I literally
Trampoline.
would jump on the trampoline with my kids when they were a little bit younger, and I was younger too and felt like I was going to die afterwards. I could see how that would be good
She said,
training.
I have 2 trampolines in my house for this purpose, to get in shape for touring.
Go, girl.
So she said, when I first got, he took the first one I got, I had to get another for myself. She's like, it's a lot of energy, and it's just back to back to back to back to back. She does it for 2 hours at a time.
Oh, my Lord.
2 hours at a time on a trampoline.
I wonder if she gets the way that we do when you jump off a trampoline and it's like, boom, like your
I'm
legs
just
like
waiting to
buckle.
throw myself into a tree when I'm on a trampoline. They are fun, though. Not going to lie. Whoever invented trampolines are fun.
Yeah.
And Rihanna is getting poised to release her 9th studio album. First one in 8 years. The Sun published quotes from an unnamed well-placed industry insider saying she's gearing up to unveil the new album. She's already recorded and thrown out an entire record's worth of material. It's been a running joke how long it's taken her for this album.
Well, you know, she had a couple kids, didn't she, in between?
Yeah, but I guess she didn't like some of the stuff. Like they just said, that she had enough stuff she threw out what could have been an entire record. The stuff she was like, nope.
No.
I mean, 8 years is a long time.
It is a long time, but sometimes
Rihanna music.
good things take time.
That is a girl that has so many radio hits.
Yeah.
If you think about it, we could fill an hour.
Oh, yeah.
With nothing but Rihanna songs that were smash hits on the radio.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably more than an hour.
Yep. And we could get Ella stuck in your head the rest of the day.
You know what's funny? One of my favorites of hers, Diamonds.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
I think that's a
Shine bright like a diamond.
I mean, he doesn't walk around the house, shine bright like a diamond. Who hasn't done that?
Right.
But I just think that's an incredible song. Obviously, Umbrella, epic song. Still sounds good on the radio to this day.
Yep.
Still even sounds current. Like if we played that today, people would think it sounds like it should be out today.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, the song she had. I remember when Pond de Replay came out. The very first one to put her on the map. Oh, Rihanna. There's some music news for you, things going on. And I did see this too, that no tailgating in London for Taylor Swift concert.
Oh, tailgating. I see what they did.
And then, unfortunately, it's because of the security concerns.
I was going to say, well, there's been a lot of, I mean, how scary to know that there was a foiled terrorist attack.
It wasn't a rumor. It was
true. It was legitimate.
True. Yeah.
Hence the cancellation. Hence, them being extra careful. They watched which airspace they flew her in to get her back to the United States, and took a completely different route, than what they would normally take, just to ensure her safety.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But I don't think that the terror attack was meant to hurt her. It was using her show, knowing there would be that many people there, to hurt as many people as possible, which is awful.
Yeah, but it was real.
Right.
And that's why, Wembley Stadium is not doing it to be cruel.
No.
They're doing it out of flat out safety concerns. So they're going to be strictly banned for her shows at Wembley.
Yeah.
And that sucks. I hate that the world can be so stupid.
I think this is our last stop before the tour ends. She's finally, the Eras tour is coming to the end of an era.
Long ass tour, man.
It was really long. Considering we went to the Detroit Night 2 show over a year ago on this tour.
I know she had little breaks in between here and there for 3 weeks or 2 weeks.
She had a nice break for Christmas, for the holidays last year.
Long ass tour. I don't know how she did that. Go rest. Good Lord. Spence and Boone, 9:33. It's Q92. They want $250K for a house in the hood of Alliance. Listen, I lived in Alliance, and I actually enjoyed living in Alliance.
There's some really nice areas out here.
I had a house in Alliance, and I thought it was very. I had no problems, no issues. I did find a Walgreens shopping cart in my yard one day when I came home from work. I will say that happened. Other than that, the apartment complex was pretty much quiet next to me. The older couple next to me on the other side, they were lovely. The car wash always gave me entertainment. You know what I mean?
You got to watch a music video get shot there.
I did see a rap music video get shot there. It was fantastic.
Right. You had a front row
I still
seat.
remember that.
Yeah.
They were on the hood. I was hearing the music, and that was not weird for me because a lot of people blast their music when they're cleaning their car out. So that wasn't odd to me. I've heard
I do that. I turn my car on it while I'm cleaning it.
I've heard country music, hip hop, hard rock. I've heard it all
when
I lived in that house in Alliance. But I just happened to get up because the bass was really thumping. I was like, oh. I looked up, and then I see, like, the girl and the guy, and they're dancing, and the guy's running around him with the camera. I was like, wow.
Did you then tape them taping the video?
No, I didn't. I should have.
Yes.
I should have. I saw a car wreck at that car wash.
Oh, boy.
That was fantastic.
What?
A couple. No, I'm not kidding. I watched this happen. A couple. I started to hear shouting. I got a couple minutes. I heard shouting. So I'm like, oh, well, my windows are open. Let's see what we can see.
Nosy Nancy over here.
So I look
speaking.
across the street, and I see a mother who got out of her car yelling at a couple that are in the car wash stall.
How did you know it was a mother?
Because I saw her. She got out of the car.
Does she just look like a mother, or she had a kid?
Totally like a mother.
Okay.
100% like a mother.
Okay.
She was yelling, and I heard things back and forth, but I couldn't. I made out a few F words, but I heard, I really couldn't tell what was happening. So then I watched him peel out of the car wash stall.
Okay.
Peel out. So much so that he went around the corner of the building, lost control of his car, and crashed into the brick wall of the car wash. But then, on top of that, then he backed up and drove off.
Oh, my gosh.
And I think I even in my house went, that was awesome.
I wonder if they ever caught him. He
They
damaged the
did.
car wash.
No, they did.
Okay.
They did. So I had to speak to the police about it.
Oh, you were a witness.
I knew the cops.
Oh, well,
they were like friends of mine. So I was like, well.
I did, in fact, see what happened.
I was like, yeah, I don't know. They got cameras over there. But yeah, there's some stuff went down just now. Yeah. Clearly, you could see the brick is damaged.
Yeah.
And he was just like, nope, I'm leaving. Still should watch Roadhouse. Someone wants to know. Hold on. Does Jake get scared of thunderstorms? Jake, your thoughts on thunderstorms?
I kind of like thunderstorms. I'll go out and watch them.
If you saw a funnel cloud, have you ever seen one?
Not really. Not up close.
I'm gonna not lie and say I've seen one. It didn't touch down, but I saw it the rotation. I've never been more scared of my life.
I would sit there for a minute, but then I would go
Okay.
and take shelter.
We all know I went from being absolutely petrified to just enamored now. Like I'm like Jake, I'd be outside.
Yeah.
Even with the sirens going off, trying to see something.
Now, to be fair, would I be just as scared now? I don't know, because I was younger. I was a teenager because it was. I remember my dad pointing it out. My dad's been gone 22 years. Yeah, 22 years.
My dad taught me a lot about how to like judge weather just by looking like what to look for. So I'm grateful he taught me that. So I kind of, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kind of expert, but there's things I can tell and look.
I get nervous when it gets still.
That is a sign.
Or like if the sky starts turning and it's not sunset, like different shades of orange and purple.
Symptom of being human right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. It is 9:43. And we are coming up on your final opportunity with the morning show to become a finalist for Jelly Roll. If you have not done it yet, we've only been telling you since, I don't know, like 7 in the morning.
Yeah, it's been a while. That's fair. And probably for like the past 8, 9, 10 days.
Yes. So head on over if you haven't done it yet. Q92 Radio on Facebook, Q92 on YouTube. You'll find the live video stream of this morning show if you haven't already. Click the like button and put "Give me some jelly" in the comments section. If you do that, Lauren is going to randomly select one of you coming up here in about 10 minutes. We're going to make you the morning show's final finalist. Now, today is the last day to become one, but don't worry if you're not chosen. You still got a chance with Nicolina coming up next, with Keller in the afternoon, and with Ryan tonight. The Q to Call is going to be playing all day long, so be listening for it. When you hear it, be caller number 10. And if you are a finalist by chance, do us a huge favor and answer your phone at 8 o'clock when we call the grand prize.
Be listening, please.
So we're going to be making one phone call. We're going to be making someone's day and sending them to see Jelly Roll with pit passes for Bash on the Bay at Put-in Bay. How awesome is that going to be? But go over right now, click the like button, and put "Give me some jelly" in the comments section, because you might be chosen as the finalist here in about 10 minutes. That's coming up right here on Q92.
Hi.
All right, so this one's interesting, I've got to say. I've been dating my girlfriend for 2 years. We've been living together for 6 months. She moved into my home. Lately, she's become convinced that our house is haunted. She said that she's hearing strange noises, feeling cold spots, etc. Feels like there is a spirit causing it. To address this, she wants to perform a cleansing ritual with sage and all of her crystals to banish the spirit. But then she went a step further and got an estimate for someone to come in to see if there's any supernatural activity. They want to charge us $215 to do it. I want to support her, but I'm not paying that kind of money to have someone come into the house I've lived in for 5 years and never had an issue with. Advice? How do I handle this without upsetting her? I want her to be comfortable here.
I need an exorcism from your girlfriend. I didn't know you could get an estimate for a seance. I know you can get one for your roof. I didn't know you could be like an estimate from someone to come in with sage and you want to grab your crystals.
Apparently.
By the way, that's a red flag. Crystals, by the way. If your person's really into crystals.
Not necessarily.
May not be red. Light pink.
Yellow.
Yellow flag.
Yellow
flag. Maybe a yellow. Maybe not red, but I'm it's definitely going to make me go, oh. Okay. Crystals.
We know somebody that's really into it, and it's not weird.
My daughter loves crystals.
Okay.
Loves a ton of them. Crystals and slime.
What is it with the slime?
Explain it, someone.
I know.
So, no, I know all about crystals. We got a ton in our house. A ton of crystals in the house. She orders them. They show up. She looks at them like it's Christmas.
Maybe that's why you don't have supernatural spirits in your home. You can thank the not daughter when you get home for that
I had her
one.
convinced our house was haunted. I told you that.
Yeah.
But she thought it was she thought our ghost name was Hanford Dixon. She didn't know that was a Cleveland Browns player.
Oh my Lord.
Who's still around. Well, I tell her about Dick Butkus. So I'm just saying I would. I'm not paying. I mean, I would tell her, listen, if that makes you feel better, I love you, dear. Whatever you need.
I'd be like, sage away,
do,
honey.
I am gonna put. I am gonna hard
no on
the paying $250 for a lady to come to our house. There's no need for that.
It's only $250.
So I mean, if you want to pay for that out of your money, that's fine.
Right.
I don't feel like our money should go.
Like
there.
I don't want you to feel bad, but
until one of us is physically attacked by a ghost, until books are flying across the room. You know what I mean? Until doors are
call
opening
that lady
and closing.
Right.
Then we don't even need an estimate. I'll just pay.
Or we'll move.
Yeah, but if you feel a cold spot, whenever you're near one of the vents, I mean, I'm not gonna.
It's called AC.
Yeah, it's called your air conditioning.
That's
You
nuts.
see that?
Yes.
That was you gotta be careful where you stand sometimes.
Yeah.
That happened every once in a while. Remember what happened to Michael Jackson? Remember that?
Oh, that whole thing. That was the whole thing. He got burnt.
Yeah, that was bad. That was really bad. And I know you don't watch wrestling, but it happened to the Undertaker once. He got burned He got burned by pyro.
That's not cool.
No, you got to. Pyro's fun. Everyone loves a good bang.
Until somebody gets hurt.
It's all fun until it hits you. Yeah, absolutely. So, oh well, Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso, right here on today's hit music Q92. Coming towards the end of the show right now, but before we get to all that, a lot of you went over to the live video stream on Q92's Facebook and YouTube page. Click the like button. Give me some jelly in the comments section. And you did it all in hopes that Lauren would say your name at the end of the show and make you a finalist. Time for it to pay off for somebody. Lauren, who are we randomly hooking up and making a jelly roll finalist here?
Today is Stephanie Boschka.
Stephanie, congratulations. You're now a jelly roll finalist. We're going to get your info, and you'll be in the running, and you might get a phone call from us tomorrow morning.
Maybe, baby.
8 o'clock is when we call the finalist. 8 a.m. We'll be talking to a local listener that just won an awesome prize. Pit passes to see Jelly Roll at Bash on the Bay in Puerto Bay. How awesome is that? Still got chances, I've been telling you, so don't worry. You're not done yet, but this is the last day.
Yeah, you're going to want to listen all day for that cue to call. You can hang out with Nicolina coming up next. She's going to have plenty of chances for you to get in on this, as well as Hello this afternoon, Bevere tonight. You're not totally out of it. And if you are a finalist, be listening, because tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock, we are going to make dreams come true, friends. It could be you. Could be you.
Could be. Thank you to Rich DeRocher from the Pro Football Hall of Fame for joining us. Thank you guys for your phone calls, your text messages, your comments on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate it more than you know.
Oh, and you said teases. Tease is what we do.
Mm-hmm.
After we call that winner, we're announcing a new contest. And let me tell you.
Yes, we are.
Gosh, we're good.
Oh, it's going to be a good one.
So good.
It's going to be a real good one.
Going to want to listen.
Also, I'll be going Facebook Live here at 11 a.m. this morning.
Yeah, you will. You're going to be down, with our friends at SARTA.
With our friends at SARTA at their Massillon Transit Center. We're going to talk about a new program they're rolling out at SARTA. Really cool. We're going to talk all about it with our boy Clayton over on Facebook. Q92 Radio on Facebook. You'll get the notification if you follow us Go do that now. You'll find out when we go live for Facebook Lives, when we go live for shows, special events. You'll find out about giveaways. Sometimes we do contests that are strictly for our social media followers. So do yourself a favor. It could really pay off. Go ahead and follow us on Facebook. Q92 Radio on Facebook, Q92 Radio on Instagram and Threads, at Q92 on X, and Q92 on YouTube. Jake, what do you have for the good people before we get out of here today?
Love you. Bye.
There you go. It's Miles Smith and Stargazing. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy the weather. It's Q92.